Good evening, football fans. Welcome to Rocket Stadium on the campus of Neenah High School, the site for tonight's Fox Valley Association game between the visiting Fond du Lac Cardinals and the hosts Neenah Rockets. It's week 8 in the high school football season here in Wisconsin, and it's getting down to those big conference matchups that determine conference championships, and we have one here tonight as the Cardinals visit the Rockets. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of USA Today Network Wisconsin, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson, Jim Rosandick. Don't forget about him. He's bringing you those high-definition shots. We're all part of USA Today Network Wisconsin. And Brett, week 8 already. You're still in shorts.
Yes.
Me and Rosie are now in pants. But the big thing, forget about your shorts. This is a big game because Neenah right now, everything is in their hands in terms of a Fox Valley Association, an outright Fox Valley Association championship. They're undefeated in the FVA.
Yeah, coming off, and we'll talk about this, Ricardo, as the night goes on, but 3 really close games in the last 3 weeks. Of course, 7-0 victory last week over arch rival Kimberly to put themselves in position to win the FVA title. But first things first, they have to get through a very tough Fond du Lac team, Ricardo, that's had some very close losses.
Yes.
And definitely some playmakers in a team that is really trying to make sure it gets itself into that playoff conversation as far as Fond du Lac when you talk about all the matrix stuff that we'll be hearing ad nauseum here in the next few weeks or next couple weeks. So first things first, as I said, Neenah with its playmakers want to finish the job, win tonight, get at least a share of the FVA championship to set up a chance to win the outright crown next week against Hortonville, and then possibly get that number 1 seed in Division I, Ricardo.
Yeah, big game, no matter how you slice it. There's a few other big games going on tonight too, Brett, in the area. I'm sure we'll talk about that during the live stream. But, hey, let's get to know these two teams a little bit, both Neenah and Fond du Lac. I will read some notes put together by Brett every week. He does a great job with this. I will start with Neenah. He will follow with Fond du Lac. The Neenah Rockets, they're 6-1 overall, 5-0 in the Fox Valley Association. Winners of 5 straight, ranked 6th in both the BoundWisconsin.com Division I State Coaches Poll and the ESPN Large Division Media Poll. They're coming off that hard-earned 7-0 win over rival Kimberly last Friday in an FVA matchup at Kimberly. Ashton Van Beek, his 66-yard touchdown run in the second quarter, were the only points Neenah would need as it put itself in a position to clinch at least a share of the FVA title tonight. And it also handed Kimberly its first shutout since the 2003 season. Boy, 22 years ago by my math there, Brett. Van Beek ran for 166 yards on 24 carries to provide much of the bulk of the Rockets' rushing attack that finished with 199 yards, just missed the 200-yard barrier. He also threw for 78 yards on 7 of 17 passing. Matthias Charles was Van Beek's top target with 3 catches for 43 yards. Cooper Seek added 2 catches for 26 yards, and offensively, Connor Stuckle, he was all over the field. Total 12 tackles, including 9 solo stops and a sack. Also producing sacks for the Rockets were Jonah Rittner, Tyler Resch, and Braden Milbrock. Neenah forced a pair of Kimberly turnovers, including one in the fourth quarter, that stopped the Papermakers' drive that was closing in on the red zone. Brett, I'll talk more about this because I was actually at that game last week. But on the season, Van Beek has thrown for 663 yards and 8 touchdowns while completing 51% of his passes. He also has 3 interceptions. Van Beek, though, doesn't just do it through the air. He does it on the ground. Easily the team leader in rushing with just over 1,000 yards rushing at 1,012 and 11 touchdowns. He averaged, or I'm sure he's averaging 7.1 yards a carry. Drake Haney is next with 272 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Seek is third with 164 yards and a score. Matthias Charles, he's the top receiver with 18 catches for 257 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dylan Folt, did I say that right, Brett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is next with 8 catches for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's followed by Seek with 6 grabs for 160 yards and a touchdown. On the defensive side, Rittner and Stuckle, they're number 1 and 2 in total tackles with 37 and 35 respectively. Rittner also has a team best 4 sacks, while Stuckle has 2 sacks. Nate Cramp, boy, you can sometimes dominate a game. He has 3 of Neenah's 7 fumble recoveries. He's a returning all-conference player. Charles, Seek, and Haney have 1 interception apiece. Seek also has a punt return for a score. I believe that happened during one of our games we were covering, Brett. And as a team, the Rockets are averaging 96.1 passing yards a game and 220 rushing. Neenah's also averaging 25.3 points a game and allowing 15.4. They are at Hortonville, by the way, next Friday in the FEA Association regular season finale. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Brett, we'll talk about this more. Neenah's also 4th on the playoff matrix.
Yeah.
So they're technically a 1 seed as we speak right
Correct,
now.
yeah.
But Fond du Lac, Brett, what can you tell me about the Cardinals?
What I can tell you, Ricardo, the Cardinals 4-3 overall, 2-3 in the Fox Valley Association. Winners of 2 straight now. They're coming off a 35-13 victory over Hortonville. That was last Friday in a Fox Valley Association matchup down the road at Fond du Lac. Fond du Lac broke open the game with a pair of third-quarter touchdowns that turned a 14-3 halftime advantage into a commanding 28-3 lead. Quarterback Eli Michaelkavich.
Yes.
He threw for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns on 5 of 7 passing. Just a sophomore. Watch out for this kid. Good-looking athlete coming up, Eli Michaelkavich. I want to say Michaelwich
yeah,
because of the Kimberly football
Sure.
coach. It's Michaelkavich for Fond du Lac. Guardian Harris, he was on the receiving end of those scoring tosses as Harris finished with 2 receptions for 21 yards. Overall, the Cardinals turned out 293 yards on the ground with Michaelkavich leading the way with 118 yards and 2 TDs on 14 carries. Mason Henschel, one of their main offensive weapons, he also reached the century mark with an even 100 yards rushing on 16 carries. Espen Kettlehut added 75 yards and a touchdown on 4 runs. Defensively, Brady Schmidt led the way with 10 tackles and 1.5 sacks. Fond du Lac limited Hortonville to 266 total yards. Going to keep going with the notes since it's senior night here at Rocket Stadium, and they're announcing all of the Rocket seniors here, final home game regular season for Neenah. But back to Fond du Lac on the season, DeAndre Williamson is the team leader in passing, 513 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has completed 47% of his throws and also has 4 interceptions. Michaelkavich is next with 254 yards and 5 TDs and has completed 56% of his passes. He has tossed 2 interceptions. Henschel is the top rusher with 956 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.7 yards per carry. Michaelkavich is second with 359 yards and 4 TDs. He's averaging 6.4 yards per attempt. Adrian Johnson leads the way in receiving with 15 catches for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns. Caden Umentum is next with 10 receptions for 207 yards. On the defensive side, Alex, I'm going to say Betcher is tops in tackles with 41. That includes 21 solo stops. Harris has 2 of Fond du Lac's 6 interceptions. And then as a team, the Cardinals averaging 109.6 passing yards per game and 206.7 rushing. And on the scoreboard, Fond du Lac is averaging 24.1 points per game and allowing 19.4 up. Next for the Cardinals, they will finish up the regular season slate. That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Really, we're going to be through week 9 already next week, but Cardinals will be home against Oshkosh West next Friday. 7 p.m. is kickoff.
It's hard because we're just about in mid-October, Brett, and the weather's still agreeable.
Very
now, listen,
nice.
I have a like a hoodie with a little bit of a vest over it, and then I have my winter cap already on. You're still in your shorts.
Yeah.
But I think the weather is still supposed to be agreeable up till week 9.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, well, what's going on here? It's supposed to be a little rainy according to my weather bug here. 68 degrees though next Friday, Brett.
Ricardo, it is tradition for me to barrel through
Yes.
all 9 weeks of the regular season.
Just the regular season.
Once we get the playoffs, it gets a little cool, doesn't it? So then,
Hard to believe that in a month from now we'll just be at second round of the playoffs. When we'll be in early November. So
the season flies by, doesn't it? Unbelievable that we're in week 8 already. There's the Neenah Rockets marching band out there on senior night.
Well, Brett, we have a little bit of time here. Do you mind if I talk a little bit about the game I was at yesterday and some of the action that was going on yesterday, because that was some big games.
Yeah.
First off, actually, let's start with Little Chute beating Luxembourg Casco. A big game for Jotun.
Reese
Jotun, and I think it was, oh boy, why is that guy's, the kid's name escaping me, their quarterback, Verhagen?
Trevor Verhagen, right?
Is it Verhagen? Jaden Verhagen? Oh, I can't remember.
Or is it Jaden Verhagen? Yeah,
It might
there's
be,
a
but-
Tyler Hippus too, right?
Yeah, and they score. I mean, you're talking about a rushing attack that had almost, 400 yards rushing.
They're chewing up teams
I
right
mean,
now.
and listen, Luxembourg Casco came into the game not allowing a whole lot of points. They hadn't allowed anyone to score more than 10 points.
Yeah.
So that was to me, that was a little bit of an eye-raising score. Not that I didn't expect Little Chute to win, but the way that they won and basically overpowering a very physical Luxembourg-Casco team. So kudos to Little Chute. They put themselves now in position to claim that NEC title outright, Brett. And ever since that first week 1 loss to Winneconne, which was a really close game, they've really just have responded well to that, and they've won 7 in a row since then. So very impressive for Little Chute, Brett, a team that we were kind of thinking might have a season like this. Yeah, even though they have the first-year coach with Mark Kromenok.
They look, Ricardo, though, like a team that is serious about getting to Madison. I think and we saw them against Denmark. I think that was week 5.
Yeah.
After Little Chute had beaten their arch rival Freedom to win the county ensign. And a good win for the Mustangs anytime. You can take down Freedom and Wrightstown on top of that, and then Luxembourg-Casco. But we were very impressed with the speed and physicality of both lines, offensively and defensively. They got some talented playmakers for sure, but the fact that they can open up lanes for those running that rushing attack, Ricardo, they're going to be tough to take out. They certainly, I think, could win a few playoff games for sure.
And a good run game always bodes well heading into the postseason, where weather can be a factor, it can be an issue. And the game I was at yesterday actually was Winneconne's 38-31 victory over Fox Valley Lutheran. Brett, a couple things that stood out to me. First off, that Winneconne offense is just about unstoppable. The only time, I think they punted once in the game, and they scored almost on every possession. No, I take that back. They did not score on 2 possessions. Oh, national anthem. Here we go, folks.
Outstanding job by the Neenah High School Marching Band. Ricardo, and you want to finish those thoughts on the Winneconne FBL game?
Yeah, as we're nearing the start here of tonight's Neenah versus Fond du Lac game. Talk about the Winneconne offense, Brett. They only punted once. 2 other times they did not finish with points, and that was when Schaefer threw 2 interceptions.
Brody Schaefer.
Yeah, Brody Schaefer. So, but he also accounted for several touchdowns. Their run game is just really explosive. Schaefer's not the only explosive player. They have a couple of very good running backs. Defensively, I have a few question marks on them. Now listen, if you guys haven't seen FBL, they're a very explosive passing offense. So they were hitting on some big plays against Winneconne, Brett. So I think that's one of the things the coaches want to clean up. But that was a big win for Winneconne because that was really the only game. They were coming off 3 40-0 shutouts, Brett. So they needed some sort of close game with the postseason looming, and more importantly, next week when they go to Seymour, which is also undefeated in the Bay. That's for the winner take all, Brett. There's not going to be no shared title. You know, it's going to be one of those things where whoever wins next week, and that game's in Seymour, is going to claim the Bay Conference Championship.
Well, if Neenah wins tonight, Ricardo, and Little Chute beats Two Rivers next week, and of course Neenah wins out, then we're going to have our three main conferences that we cover here in the Appleton area: Fox Valley Association, Northeastern Conference, and the Bay, all with solo champions, right?
Yeah. Seems like it's been a long time since that's happened.
Well, you know what, too, Ricardo? You talk about Winneconne, we talk about Little Chute. Boy, wow, that's a potential playoff matchup down the line as well. And Winneconne won that game week 1, 14-6.
Well, and if you look at the matrix, how they have Division 4, Brett, Winneconne's 10, Little Chute's 11, and Freedom's 12. So they see them all right about as the same kind of team in terms of efficiency. and excellence as we kick off here. Short kickoff going to be taken right at the 20.
Yeah, that's number 14, Evan Mees with it.
Found a rail, but Fond du Lac able to close it quick.
Okay, I want to thank our sponsors, guys, quickly. Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Cellcom was built here in Wisconsin. They cover every county, corner, and cabin road in the state. And they'll buy out your current contract and give you up to $1,100 toward a new phone when you switch. See cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local.
Shop the pig.
Thank you. All right. Neenah with the ball to start, and the Rockets with a win tonight. At least a share of the conference title. And that is Cooper Seek with it. Good job by Fond du Lac to bottle that up. Looking forward to seeing Ashton Van Beek. He's kind of put himself, Ricardo, in the conversation as FVA Player of the Year.
Absolutely.
Offensively.
He had a real strong game against Kimberly, Brett. They really grinded down Kimberly. That's not something you see too often. Kimberly, yes, they made a few mistakes, missed on some opportunities, but I think the story of the game was Neenah's offensive line. Just really setting tempo and really kind of closing out the game, Brett, with Van Beek doing most of the damage on the ground.
Here's Van Beek now. He's going to look to his left, fire it over, and a good catch. Ooh, nice spin move. Close to a first down. That's number 12, Dylan Fote, the junior wideout. And they are going to move the chain, so that's a first down toss by Van Beek. Well, you mentioned the offensive, but how about the defense? Again, we've seen Neenah now a few times this season, and every time we've covered them, we've been very impressed with that defensive front, really the whole defense, the back end as well. I mean, to shut out Kimberly, Ricardo, for the first time since 03. That's a heck of a performance. Van Beek now waiting for the snap again. He fakes it to Seek, roll into his right, and off target. Now some Rockets, Ricardo, coming out, throwing the ball.
I love that play action, Brett, and it looks like it was really run well. Just a little too far there on that pass. Brings up second down and 10 at the 47.
Why not? Defenses have to honor that rushing attack, right? So why not see if you can loosen it up a little bit with the play action. Second and 10 near midfield for the Rockets. Still undefeated in FVA play as we are now in week 8. And it looks like little option look to it. Van Beek instead takes it, dives across the 50. Third and short coming up. Yeah, third and, well, I guess we can mark it at the 49. Not so much short, Ricardo.
Yeah, it's about a long 5, right?
Yeah,
or a short
third
6.
and 6, yeah. A lot of weapons for the Rockets beyond Van Beek. Of course, we know watch out for number 3, the junior wideout, Matthias Charles. And you can see they've got 3 wide receivers. Now Charles moves out, and they're going to try to get to Charles. Is he going to get his first down? Nice move, Ricardo. And the first down there. Nice little safe toss. Get Charles in space. Let him do some work again. Very talented wide receiver for this Rockets team, and just a junior, 6 feet, 190 pounds.
You know, Brad, I think it's smart to get Charles involved early, let him get a little bit of a feel of the game, because he can really be a dangerous weapon if he's fed consistently. I thought he made some nice moves there on that. Is it a screen? It seemed like some sort of a screenish type of play, but he really made a good couple of moves there in traffic.
He and Van Beek, very good chemistry. Van Beek fakes it. Oh, boy. Good job, by number 5. Who is that? Peyton Umentum, junior defensive back, coming in, wrapping up the quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Fond du Lac has some guys that'll hit you.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Look at Umentum, a 5'11", 175-pound senior, but really coming in and wrapping up Van Beek, not letting him get any more than 4 yards.
You know, Fond du Lac's always been kind of a very physical team, Brad. When Jorgensen the elder was there, remember that? And then was it Ganevak was there?
Yeah.
And then Matt Jorgensen, was he there?
Steven,
yes, the younger Steven.
Yeah, now
there.
the Bayport coach. There's a toss to Seek.
Was that a toss or a pass?
Oh, a pass, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, a pass. That wasn't a toss play, yeah. Tossing it over. Why do you have to be so technical?
Oh, no. I couldn't tell if it was behind or ahead of him.
I'm calling that a pass for sure. Overhand toss.
Thank
to
you,
Cooper
Rosie.
Seek.
Rosie's right on top of it.
Yeah, Steven Jorgensen now at Bayport,
Yes.
leading the Pirates to the state championship, state title last year. Bayport they're going to factor in. They have a huge game tonight up in the FRCC North.
And I'm going to try to give updates on that. I'm sure our guy Doug Ritchie up there at WWK will be tweeting out updates of that game. That's a big one.
Bayport West Appear, yep. Van Beek looking for some room. No, he's going to bounce it outside. Can he get around? Still on his feet. Looking to the end zone. He's in. Wow, 36 yards.
Brett, how many tackles did he break on that?
Oh, my goodness. There are too many for me to count. I know that.
Yeah, there you see just the power of Van Beek. He's not just a guy who can throw the ball, folks. He's a very rugged runner, but also has speed. We saw that last week, 66 yards, the only touchdown against Kimberly. You saw it here, 36-yard scamper for Van Beek. And, Brett, you talked about him maybe being in line for that Player of the Year in the FBA. That certainly helps his cause.
No doubt about it. What a run is Harry Gurdon, the junior kicker, in for the PAT. And kick looks good, sails through, and as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, the Rockets opening drive, take it in. 36-yard run by Ashton Van Beek, 7-0, Rockets with the lead.
I'm updating my Twitter. You can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. Brett's at PC Brettsy. Rosie's at Metal Rosie.
You know, Ricardo, that was kind of designed to go up the gut, and there was just nothing there, and he just kept bouncing it, and just showing the wheels, the speed to get around the corner, and then the additional speed to outrace the defense into the end zone, and then the strength, like you said, to break all those tackles. What a run, 36 yards. Yeah, Bayport West Appear. That's a good one. Some other games tonight. In the Fox Valley Association, we have Appleton North at Appleton East, Oshkosh West at Ortonville, and the battle for K-Town, Kimberly at Kaukauna. That should be an interesting one. Kaukauna kind of, they need to kind of close out the season strong, right, to set themselves up for a good playoff run. But what about Kimberly? What a Neenah, then Kaukauna, then Appleton North next week. That's a tough 3-game stretch for the Papermakers.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't have any time to rest right there. That's a tough final third of the schedule for them. By the way, Brett, De Pere is leading Appleton West 6-0.
Okay, that's an FRCC North game as well.
Pulaski 14-0 over Preble. Coleman 8-0 over Manawa. Obviously, early first quarter scores.
Squib kick. Whoa, watch out. Live ball. And Cardinals fall on it right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, Bayport West Appear. Everybody was kind of looking at that Week 8 game as more than likely to be the one to determine, I should say, the FRCC North Championship.
Hortonville 6, Oshkosh West nothing again early in the first. Thank you to Dan Cohn, Mike Sherry, and Jim Oscola over at the office, Brett. I'm following along on Teams. They're updating of the scores. They do such a great job with that.
I think Bill Glasheen, our photojournalist, though, is at St. Mary Catholic tonight.
Yes, St. Mary Catholic. They're in line for a possible playoff berth too, Brett.
Who's the Zephyrs playing tonight? That's a Big East game, right?
Yes, it is. I have no idea who they're playing.
Okay. Eli Mikkelkavich in at quarterback, and there's a quick handoff. Ooh, fast run by Mason Henschel. It seems like he's been there a long time, right? 6 foot, 185-pound senior running back, one of the top running backs in this league. Look at Eli Mikkelkavich, 5'11", 175-pound sophomore quarterback. And we're the number 29 at QB as well. Mikkelkavich, again, that option look. He's going to keep it, looking for some space, and bottled up fast. His helmet flies off as well. Looks like number 55 for the Rockets, Tyler Resch, the sophomore defensive lineman. Mikkelkavich, Ricardo, the son of the principal at Fond du Lac High School, Dave Mikkelkavich, and a former St. Mary Catholic standout from way back when.
Now, was it St. Mary's
It
Central
was
back
St. Mary
then?
Central back then, but I covered his dad in high school. I think I was just talking to John Yoke up here in the press box because John was a former athletic director at SMC. And there's number 2 now in taking the snaps. That's Caden Umentum. I think Mikkelkavich Ricardo had to come off the field because his helmet came off, an equipment issue.
Yeah.
So 4th down, what does Sam Pluker, the head coach for the Cardinals, what does he want to do? Ball at its own 39-yard line of the Cardinals. Are they going to go for it here on 4th down? Maybe try to draw the Rockets off sides?
Oh.
But yeah, Mikkelkavich is back in the game, number 29. Dave, an 01 graduate, and I said, can he really have a sophomore son already? He does. You're going to keep it, and he gets the first down. Ooh, gutsy call there to go for it. Pluker, Coach Pluker, trusting his offensive line to get him a yard, and they do, and then some. So ball at the 43-yard line. Cardinals trying to answer that Rockets opening touchdown march.
Yeah, showing a bit of a riverboat gambler there, Brett, was Pluker.
Especially going into the teeth of that defense.
And where the ball is,
yeah.
Near midfield. You don't get that. Neenah has great field position.
Right, not in plus territory, right? Definitely in the Cardinals' side of the field. So, first down. And Eli going to fire it over to, nice throw. And trying to avoid some tackles, Adrian Johnson, the senior tight end. Ricardo, there's a good-sized kid right there. 6'3", 235-pound target. And that's a nice long throw by your quarterback as well.
Yeah, 15-yard catch. Brett, I'll tell you what, I've seen this Adrian Johnson on a couple of live streams, and he's very athletic. He's not your typical tight end. He has good foot speed. I've seen him beat corners down the sidelines. He's a very talented kid.
I was looking, we mentioned the game notes, DeAndre Williamson Jr., the junior quarterback. Kind of the leader right now, but I see he's on the sideline and he's not suited up. So I wonder if an injury is what got Mikkelkavich in, but going for it. Oh! Trying to take a deep shot. Xavion Davis, number 0, the wide receiver, the intended target. Owen Fox breaking up the play. Good coverage, one-on-one, and the Rocket defender able to knock it away.
Kind of left on an island out there, right, Brett? I mean, boy, if you're a corner out there and it's one-on-one on a jump ball, I think the corner did a great job, Brett, of denying access by the receiver.
I wonder if Williamson is banged up, but they got a nice-looking kid in Eli Mikkelkavich. Nowhere to go there. Showing a pretty good arm, Ricardo, as a sophomore already.
And, you were talking about Williamson Jr. He's only a junior.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury for Coach Pluker to have. 2 good-looking quarterbacks, both coming back. 3rd down and a long 9 to go for Fond du Lac at the Neenah 41. Fast-moving first quarter here in Week 8. Beautiful night. Thought I might be a little chilly, not at all.
I'm expecting it to drop. That's why I'm dressed for the occasion.
See what the Cardinals want to do here on 3rd and 9 as Mikkelkavich waits for the snap. Got plenty of time. And now he's dancing around. He's on the run. Is he going to get the first down? Good roll. Nice spin move to the 30. Good decision by the sophomore, Ricardo. Nothing open downfield. Saw some green turf. Takes a couple shots, too, but holds on and moves the chains.
Brett, he went through all of his progressions.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, hey, there's an open lane in front of me. I see some green. Let me go and see what I can get. Well, what he got was 11 yards in the first down.
Yeah, he's not fazed by this at all, is he? As a sophomore coming in and looking really good.
Manitowoc Lutheran leading Hilbert 13-0. Marinette 7-0 over Michigan. Notre Dame 7-0 over Green Bay West. All first quarter scores.
Mikkelkavich looking to his left again.
Oh, he fought. He fell.
Oh, yeah, that was there.
It was. Xavion Davis.
Well, I'm impressed with Mikkelkavich, Ricardo. He just kind of little flick of the wrist, and that ball's there. Yeah, if Davis doesn't slip, that's a That's a completion along that far sideline.
Yeah, one of those kind of timing routes that when throwing with anticipation, Brett. Always nice to see in a development of a quarterback. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, the turf monster got Davis there, Brett, as he slipped and fell.
Larry Squires on our chat. Ricardo says West Appear up 7-0 over Bayport. Another good quarterback in that one, Patrick Grayson, right? For the Phantoms, a little option look again and just nothing doing there. Really strung it out. Ricardo defense played it perfectly. Not even worth trying to take that option pitch because I think Henschel would have been stopped along the line of scrimmage as well. And then Bayport's quarterback, Stevens, right? Am I have that right? Is it Matt Stevens? Why am I
That sounds right.
forgetting the name? But the two sensational quarterbacks in that one.
Brilliant up over St. Mary Catholic, 6-0. So
that's the game. Okay.
SMC's, that's a tough team.
Yeah.
Brilliant has one loss, I believe, on the season. Or maybe it's two. But that's a good game right there. Good small school game.
Yep, just nearby, right down the road, not too far from here. And nice, beautiful turf field at St. Mary Catholic. Mikulkavich again. Boy, he's got a lot of time.
Way too much time, Brett.
And, just a little too high. That was the intended target. Again, Adrian Johnson, so 4th down. And obviously, Cardinals will go for it based on where the ball is in Neenah 30-yard line.
Brett, this is the 12th play of this drive, so if you're Fond du Lac, boy, that'd be tough if you could have that kind of a drive and not come away with points.
Neenah defense is tough, isn't it? I mean, they got guys covered. Good job by that offensive line, though, to give Mikulkavich time to throw.
Under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Rocket Stadium, 7-0 lead for Neenah. They're trying to get set here on defense, Brett.
Mikulkavich, look at a little razzle-dazzle. Look at this play.
Oh boy, no.
Not. Oh, that's a fumble, I think. Loose ball, nope. I think you got to give credit to number 62. That's got to be Braden Milbroth, the senior defensive lineman, getting in the backfield, not fooled by that play at all, Ricardo. Loss of 13 on the play, and Neenah will take over on its own 43-yard line.
Well, here's where, a lot of those passes, it looked like Mikulkavich, Brett, had a lot of time.
Yeah.
So maybe you're thinking, maybe we can put a play out there that's slow developing. And Neenah wasn't having it, Brett. They got
fooled.
some pressure right away, and they snuffed that out, loss of 13. Now they have a nice starting point for their second drive of the game, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Yeah, Van Beek already with a 36-yard touchdown run. He's just going to keep it. Find some wiggle room, spinning his way across the 45. Ricardo, when you covered the Neenah Kimberly game last week, now you did that. Our stream was the Appleton North Kaukauna game, so you were covering the Neenah Kimberly game. But I know Coach Steve Young was for the Rockets, really complimentary towards his defensive coordinator and his defensive staff.
That's
week in and week out.
Coach Bramer.
Yeah, getting these guys ready, right?
Mm-hmm. And he said that the kids buy in too, Brett, to the defense. They communicate well. There's not a lot of busted coverages. They flow. They swarm to the ball as Van Beek quickly to – is that Charles out there?
No, that's number 11, Luke
Okay.
Johnson, the senior wideout. Well, I think that just goes what we just saw in that play. They weren't fooled by the trickery of Fond du Lac, staying in their assignments, right, and not getting sucked into something that they weren't supposed to do and get the stop. And I just thought that was kind of feeding off of that shutout of the Papermakers last week by this very talented Neenah defense.
And Neenah's defense has been playing well most of the season. I know they gave up, 27 points against Appleton North one week?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been playing well for the most part.
3rd down and 1 as Van Beek's just going to tuck it in. He's definitely got some room.
Oh, that's close.
That is close. Where are they going to mark it? I think that might be enough. Needed to get to the 47, and the official saying move the chains. So 1st down for the Rockets. Yeah, Neenah shutout last week of Kimberly. We said it before. The first time since the 03 season the Papermakers were held scoreless. And interestingly, Neenah was the last time to hold the Papermakers scoreless in that 03 season.
Well, that was before
victory.
the Steve Jorgensen era.
Before the dominance of the Papermakers, right? I think Steve Menzel might have been the head coach of Neenah back then. Really talented teams in those early 2000s, late 90s. Van Beek on the run. Nope, nothing there. And, good open field tackle. That's number 26 for the Cardinals, Ja Allen, the junior defensive back. That's tough in open field to try to bring down Van Beek.
So many times you see Van Beek juke somebody out and get more yards, but good tackle for Fond du Lac. It's kind of big for their defense right now, Brett. They're put in a tough position here with the great field position for the Rockets. Let's see how they respond. Can they rise to the challenge and maybe force a punt?
See if this is the final play of the first quarter. Back judge now arm up, so Neenah will snap this ball, and he's starting to count as Van Beek waits for it. Hand off, right up the gut, and who is that? That is number 25, it looks like. Nope, check that, Brock Caney on the carry. So that is how the first quarter comes to an end, and a decision time now for Steve Young as we switch sides. So as we look at our cell comp, Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, Rockets on top, 7-0 in this Week 8 matchup. Neenah trying to clinch at least a share of the Fox Valley Association Championship. Looking at the all-time series, guys, Fond du Lac leads 25-20. Neenah, though, has won the last 4 matchups that included a 25-7 victory last season down at Fond du Lac. The Cardinals, though, had won the previous 10 contests prior to Neenah's current 4-game winning streak. And the teams first met way back in 1956. I wasn't around then, Ricardo.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Maybe you're in high school.
Rockets beating Fond du Lac that day 18-7 down in Fond du Lac. Want to thank Sean Leash, the athletic director here, for, again, allowing us to come here and stream these games. It's been fun getting to know Sean, the first-year athletic director. Fantastic guy, doing a fantastic job, and always great to come here. His staff is excellent as well. And speaking of ADs, I just saw the previous AD, Mike Elkin, walking through here.
Yeah, I thought that was him.
His son Luke was on the practice squad for the Bears for a short time, right, as the long snapper.
He's not done yet.
No,
I think those long snappers.
Oh yeah.
Every team needs them. There's always injuries. He's gonna have a career in the NFL.
No doubt.
Sure.
I'm sure he's just a matter of time as the Rockets take a timeout to open the second quarter. A matter of time before he gets called up, and I'm sure Luke is keeping himself in good shape. Yeah, that's a specialist position for sure, and you never know about the long snapper until they start having bad snaps, right? So some teams will definitely, I'm sure, look at Luke, former Neenah standout, played collegiately at Iowa, and signed with the Bears as an undrafted free agent, was in training camp, and spent a short time on the practice squad.
Scott Daly is their starting snapper for the Bears, and you can carve out a nice career, a nice long one. Actually, the longest tenured Bear is not Walter Payton, Brett. It's Patrick Manley, their long snapper. That's the guy who's played for the Bears along. I think it was 16 years.
Yeah, those. He's going to get a look by some other team or teams.
Absolutely.
For sure. So fourth down here coming. I've checked that third down coming out of the timeout. As the second quarter opens up with Van Beek and no little step. He's trying to. Fond du Lac defense was not fooled at all. But yeah, they ruined it right with a tough face mask call that negates an outstanding stop by that Fond du Lac defense.
I think Kolb was in there right away, Brett, but unfortunately, I think he inadvertently grabbed the face mask.
Yeah, the senior linebacker just obviously not trying to do that, but getting in there, and sometimes those hands are moving, and you just can't help but latch onto the face mask. But yeah, that negates an outstanding defensive stop. And I like the play call too, to try to get that defense maybe suck up for the run and then try to a little pop pass or something to get that first down. But Fond du Lac wasn't fooled, but unfortunately that face mask call, fresh set of downs now for the Rockets, if you are a Fond du Lac fan.
Ball's marked at the Fond du Lac 36. First and 10.
Yeah, ball's marked at the 36. First down and 10 for the Rockets. The drive continues with the first down off the penalty.
Killers, aren't they?
They are.
I mean, they.
And what do you tell your kid? He's just playing aggressive.
No, nothing.
There's nothing you can do on that.
Well, you see it all the time in football. A guy trying to wrap up, and by the way the helmet's turned or whatever, you just get that thumb.
Okay, so now they're going to remark it. So it should be marked from the 43.
Yeah, so 15 yards down to the 28. So move the chains and the spot a little bit farther down. That's a killer penalty.
You know, I don't think the high schoolers, they're not as ticky-tacky as the NFL. Sometimes you see just a light brush along the helmet and they'll call a penalty. But that was a legit face mask, though. First down and 10 at the 28. 11:45 here in the second quarter. 7-0 lead for Neenah. Van Beek, far side.
Yeah, that's number 11. That's Luke Johnson again, the senior wide receiver. Rockets coming up, throwing a little bit more than I expected here tonight.
2nd and 5 for the Rockets.
5 of 6 I have Van Beek for 28 yards. Brett, so short, efficient passes.
Yeah, Van Beek comes into tonight's action. These are totals coming into the game. First in the FVA in total touchdowns with 19. Now he has 20 after the touchdown run. And Van Beek going to keep it. That option look again and just dive. Ooh, takes a good shot, though, right near the end of that play.
They're marking it at the 19. So he'll be just short, Brett.
Yeah, Van Beek with 12 rushing scores now, 8 passing TDs. His 8 passing touchdowns, that's second in the league behind Kimberly's Cam Wong, tops with 10 passing TDs. And Van Beek's now 12 rushing TDs, that's first in the league. Mason Henschel and Fond du Lac second with 8 rushing touchdowns. Van Beek, nice spin move. Oh, still on his feet.
Wow.
And he's good. Oh, I thought he was going to get in. Wow, what a run is right. Inside to the 4. First and goal coming up for the Rockets as they look to add to this 7-0 lead early in the second quarter. Boy, the spin moves, Ricardo, and just the strength to get through some of those tackles.
8 carries, 69 yards I have for Van Beek already. Nearing the 10-minute, or just at the 10-minute mark, under 10 minutes here in the second quarter. 7-0 lead for Neenah on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Brett, first down, goal to goal at the 4.
Van Beek's just going to keep it, trying to get around the good tackle there. Beautiful tackle. Yep. Number 26, Ja Allen. Boy, he's made a couple nice tackles here. Good-looking junior defensive back for the Cardinals. That's a couple times now he's brought Van Beek down in the open field. Flying in there.
2nd and goal from the 3.
So second down, ball at the 3, 2nd and goal. Kind of interesting, Ricardo, when you look at the FBA stats, hard to believe that in week 8, 10 passing touchdowns leads the league.
I thought I was going to ask if that was kind of a down year touchdown passes wise.
Just more rushing attacks here in the league this season. Van Beek, he wants to throw it, looking, and right at the 1.
Yes.
That's complete to number 12. And that is Dylan Fote. Boy, I think, where is this going to be? Inside the 1? Inside the 1, so officially at the 1, but look at where that is. Two downs, even though it's third down, right, to get into the end zone. Got to think Van Beek's going to keep it here. 3rd and goal inside the 1 for the Rockets. Nope, hand up. Nope, Van Beek, he dives in, and that's a touchdown. 1-yard run for Van Beek. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And 2 offensive possessions, Ricardo, 2 touchdowns for the Rockets.
Well, he talked about, Van Beek and his ability to really do every kind of run. He has the speed to take it to the house. He's a powerful runner as well. A former receiver, Brett. So, he's got those kind of quicks on the perimeter as well. But right there, Brett, that was just right up the middle and a dive and take it right into the end zone.
And now he's the holder. He's doing it all. As Gurdon knocks it through, and as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, with 8:21 to play here in the second quarter, Rockets up 14-0 in this Week 8 matchup. A 36-yard run in the first quarter for Van Beek. We're going to bust through some tackles, and now the 1-yard touchdown plunge. So that gives him, 13 rushing scores now on the season and 21 total touchdowns. He came into action tonight talking about Ashton Van Beek, second in the FVA in all-purpose yards with 1,012. Fond du Lac's Mason Henschel, he was first with 1,029. But remember, we talked about this. There's a good look at Van Beek.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting question was given to me last night at that Winneconne game by a former colleague, Steve Clark, who now works for the Oshkosh Herald.
Was he there?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it was. Now, he has seen Van Beek. He has also seen Brody Schaefer.
Oh boy,
As
live
that
ball.
one, is that Henschel back to the
Yep.
8?
And good special teams there, Ricardo. Henschel had to retreat, pick up that ball, and the coverage unit coming down fast. And not much space for Henschel. I think I know what the question is, but go ahead.
Steve Clark, I call him Clarky. I've known him forever. And he goes, Ricardo, I know you have your player of the year, for the Post Crescent. He goes, Winneconne's in your coverage area. Who are you going Van Beek or are you going to Schaefer? And that's a tough question to answer, really, because on Van Beek, outstanding runner, leads the FVA in touchdowns. That's a Division I league. Brody Schaefer, phenomenal stats too as well, and now he plays in the Bay, which is a smaller league. But don't doubt his athleticism. He's going to Iowa.
Yeah.
So you can extrapolate that and think, well, Brody Schaefer would probably dominate in the FVA as well. Tough, Brett. I'm telling you. I'll tell you what I thought, though, and what answer I gave him as
Going downfield. He's
Michael
got his
Cabbage.
guy. Oh, that's a
a
definite flag, yeah. I wonder if that was a purposeful, unless he was trying to time that ball.
Well, I'll say this about Schaefer, Brett, and here's the wild card in all this. He's an outstanding all-state defensive back. So he plays both sides of the ball. He threw 2 interceptions as a quarterback. Brett, he had 2 interceptions himself. 2 picks.
So that
almost had a pick 6.
Equals it out, right?
Yeah, so he's a guy that's on the field pretty much every down. He's the leader of that defense, the leader of the offense. Iowa recruit, Brett, his foot speed is phenomenal to watch. His gear from 0 to 60, it is special. That's how Clark described it, and I had to agree with him. He's special. And, our guy Steve Clark, he's seen a lot of football now.
Sure. Well, I think that what's going to determine is how the playoffs go.
Yeah.
We'll see. Michael Cabbage down the field. Oh, almost a one-handed grab.
That.
Yeah, that was Caden Umentum. See how the playoffs go. Now, if they both make it to Camp Randall.
Well, in Brett, this. I do take into account postseason.
Oh, it should.
When you have these other, the WFCA, the football coaches, they don't take into account.
Just regular season.
Yeah. I always take into account that in any sport.
Absolutely.
Basketball, softball, anything that I do all area teams for. Wrestling, obviously. Kokano's the powerhouse here. That, to me, the postseason is no different than the regular season in importance. So.
Absolutely, 100% agree. It's going to be fascinating to watch Schaefer. He's a senior now. Oh, watch out. Michael Cabbage somehow gets
how did he get away from him,
Oh, he's
Brett?
good downfield, and it's caught! It's caught! How did he come up with that? That is Adrian Johnson with an acrobatic catch. Not even sure how Michael Cabbage got out of that, and throws to his favorite target. His senior tight end, Ricardo, using that 6'3", 235-pound frame to bring it inside the 10. Wow.
58-yard pass play, I believe, Brett. But, I was telling you that he's not your typical tight end. He's really more like a big receiver.
Yeah. And how about Michael Cabbage just saying, I'm in trouble, go get it. He
throw
just
it up to your guy.
Good strong throw under duress. Now Michael Cabbage, and what are we going to get here? Looks like a false start.
But, Brett, you can't underscore the concentration that young man have, Adrian Johnson.
Oh, it's on the defensive encroachment, Ricardo. Is that half the distance now? So that'll put the ball inside, we're going to say right about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal now, 5 yards to go for the Cardinals to get on the scoreboard.
I didn't see who was covering there for the Rockets, Brett, but
I didn't catch the number there.
on Johnson, but I didn't think that was bad coverage. That was just a spectacular play.
He kind of like turned around and somehow grabbed the ball over the defender's helmet.
Kind of did a little Megatron there, huh? Just grabbing it off the top of the helmet.
Mikulkavich, this time Henschel, and trying to die. Is he in? It's going to be close. I think right at the 1. Got some playmakers on this Fond du Lac team.
Only 2 carries so far for Henschel. That was only a second carry. He has 8 yards. So let's see if they go to him again with the ball on the 1. He's a very bruising running back, too.
Yes, he is.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he got the ball here.
2nd and goal at the 1. I would have to think it'll be number 4. No, Mikulkavich is going to keep it. And is he in? And he is. And that's a touchdown for the Cardinals. Good answer for Fond du Lac. As the quarterback, Eli Mikulkavich, in from a yard out.
Real nice drive there. Again, the big 58-yard pass from Mikulkavich to Johnson set up that short touchdown run by Henschel.
What are we going to do here?
Seeing what they're doing here? What is this, Brett?
I'm not sure. It's going to be a snap. 2-point conversion, and wow!
Is he in?
He is. Cade Momentum, a 2-point conversion run. Wasn't sure if they were really going to snap it with that type of formation, or sometimes you see them line up funky and then come in for the kick, but Momentum with the 2-point run. And as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, 14-8. The Rockets in front, but a nice 1-yard run by Mikulkavich, followed by the Momentum 2-point run. And we have a good game here in Week 8. You look at Fond du Lac this season, Ricardo. 2 of its 3 losses have been by a combined 14 points. Appleton North 15-8, and then Kaukauna 36-29. So the Cardinals have been in games without a doubt. Sam Pluker, of course, in his 4th year guiding the Cardinals now. He had been an assistant at Fond du Lac previously. He's a 2015 graduate of Kimberly High School.
That's right.
He was a 3-year letter winner, 2-year starter at linebacker. He was a member of the Papermakers 2013 and 14 state championship teams. Also served as an assistant coach at UW Oshkosh before joining Fond du Lac. Doing a good job. And it looks like we have an offsides on Fondy.
Encroachment, kicking team number 27, 5-yard penalty, free kick.
All right, let's update some of these scores, Brett, if you don't mind. Marinette up 7-0. Bayport West Superior now tied 7-7 in the second, BC.
Okay.
Menasha all over Sheboygan South 21-0. That's in the second quarter. Brilliant leads St. Mary Catholic 12-0. That's with 10:01 left in the second quarter. Kewanee up 7-0 over Peshtigo. Notre Dame, not surprising here, 20-0 over Green Bay West in the first. We talked about Hortonville being up 6-0 over Oshkosh. Coleman, what? This can't be right. Coleman up 43-0 over Manawa already. I think that might be a misprint there by our guys. Love you guys, though. This might not be a misprint. Appear 33, Appleton West nothing in the second quarter.
Eesh.
Appleton North 7-0 over Appleton East.
Cooper Seek with the return and good field position coming up for the Rockets, who have scored touchdowns on their 2 offensive positions. Ricardo, I mentioned Fond du Lac losing some close games this year. How about Neenah has won its last 3 games by a combined 13 points total. Oshkosh West 28-24, Appleton North 29-27, and then last week Kimberly 7-0.
Well, they've been playing in some close games. The Oshkosh West one was a little bit of a eyebrow raised one for me and you. By the way, West De Pere now leads Bayport 14-7.
That's going to be a high-scoring game, isn't it?
That's
going to be offsides on Fond du Lac. And of course, 4 of the Rockets' victories on top of what I just said have been by 7 points or less. That includes that 14-13 win in Week 1 over Muskego. So knowing how to win close games bodes well for a team that has designs on making a deep playoff run in Division I.
Yeah. Ball is now at the 43, first down and 5 now for Neenah. Cone, thank you, Cone. Cone's telling me that Manawa scored not a misprint.
Okay.
Coleman up 43-0 with 43 seconds left in the first.
Don't challenge Dan Cone.
I should know better. Coner,
he knows.
I apologize.
He doesn't make mistakes. Because look at this run by Haney. Ooh, strong, powerful run. Brock Haney, the senior running back, 5'10", 180 pounds. He looked like a big old bowling ball right at midfield.
That's true. 2 carries, 10 yards for him. I got to be careful because Cone, I'm trying to convince him to help me over at state track this year.
Oh, I'm off the hook then, huh?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. But Coner, thank you so much. You know you my guy.
And I got to thank Dan Cone. I use his media guides all the time in preparing these game notes, and they've come in quite handy. So thank you, Coner. We appreciate you. Van Beek waiting for it. Again, that option. Look, this time he does the option pitch
there's
to
a rail.
Haney. Wow, there is a rail. Finally brought down. Good open field tackle by number 10, Brady Schmidt, the sophomore linebacker, but not before the Rockets get a first down. If Schmidt's not there, Haney might be still running, Ricardo, because there was some space.
Back-to-back runs, pretty nice ones for Haney. 7 yards and 10 yards as the Rockets on the move here, Brett. They started at their own 38. Remember, they had that offsides on the defense to set them at the 43. So, what are they, 20 yards away from being in the red zone?
Hey, Coner, if you're listening, any chance you can make some basketball media guides too? Yeah? Is that we'd appreciate it.
He's worked enough.
Come on. Van Beek waiting for it. Yeah, he's going to play fake. He's going to try to toss it. Looking downfield. He's got his guy. Just a little overthrown. Number 11, Luke Johnson, the intended target there. Good developing play. Just a little too much mustard on that throw.
I like what they were doing there, Brett. You know, a lot of their passes have been very short, very efficient throws. That time, Van Beek rolled out to his right, tried to catch the Fond du Lac Cardinals sleeping a little bit on the perimeter.
Number 56, 5-yard penalty.
Oh, what was this? I missed
Penalty on the Rockets.
Okay.
5-yarder.
Ball's marked at the 45.
It's like on the offensive lineman. Didn't catch what the call was, though. Looking at my game notes, and then I saw a little laundry on the field.
Cone says, sorry, Brett, not enough time to do hoops.
Come on. And then after that, maybe some baseball. And how about every sport?
You know, he doesn't work 24/7, Brett.
It's painstaking what he's done to go
he's
over.
He's not a quick trip. He's not open 24/7.
It's incredible the detail in those football media guides. There's a little toss to Haney. Oh boy, that's one-on-one with Peyton Umentum, the senior defensive back. Ricardo's Umentums, right? That's a big name down in Fond du Lac.
It is. Very common name down there.
Good-looking players, both Caden and Peyton. I like the fact that the referee is mic'd up.
Yes.
So it looks like, is that Haney's got to come off the field? Did his helmet come off? Somebody had to come off the field with an equipment issue. Yeah, I would think trying to do basketball, that's a lot of games versus a football season.
Brett Coleman scored again, 49-0 over Manawa.
That'll be a running clock, huh?
It's already a running clock.
Van Beek looking. Oh, there's a good toss. Long developing play, Ricardo, but it was a good route by Zeke down the field. The timing route, just trusting his receiver to be where he was going to throw the ball right at that spot, and that moves the chains first down.
It certainly does, Brett. I have Van Beek 7 for 10 for 45 yards.
A lot of passing tonight. Wasn't expecting that from the Rockets.
But they're very high percentage throws, you know. Nothing that could lead to a turnover or anything like that. Just playing within the system, moving the ball methodically.
Van Beek now. Oh, that's a handoff to number 11, Luke Johnson.
The ball carrier brought down by Brady Schmidt. Gain of 2 to the
Under 4 minutes to play. Fast moving first half.
Oh, you jinxed it, Brett. Thank you.
No, we're kind of having fun up here, right? We don't want this this game to go too fast.
2nd down and 8, 2-yard gain for Johnson as we have a stoppage.
So we've got to tie a shoe down there.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? And we'll wind the clock up again. 2 timeouts remaining for the Rockets.
Hortonville up over Oshkosh West, 12-0.
Polar Bears looking for their first win of the season. Van Beek looking to his left again, and there's Johnson again. Good tackle, though, number 21, Connor Gudex, senior defensive back.
Ball's at the 24, so a 4-yard gain.
3rd and 4. And again, Rockets 2 for 2 in offensive series, both ending in touchdowns, trying to make it 3 for 3. Who opened the Did Neenah open the game with the ball, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Fond du Lac would start the second half with the ball. Just trying to think if the Rockets had a chance to double up here. Fondy needs a stop. This time Van Beek again. Boy, just short hopped. Charles was open.
He was.
And 4th down, have to think the Rockets will definitely go for it here at the 24-yard line, 4th and 4.
A couple scores here, Brett. Kimberly and Kokona still scoreless. 5:30 left in the second.
Oof.
Manitowoc Lutheran 27-7 over Hilbert. Again, thank you to the guys back at the office for updating us with all this. Again, Dan Cohn, Jim Ascola, and Mike Sherry helping us out.
Defensive battle in the battle for K-Town, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So here you go, 4th down for the Rockets. Can Fondy get a stop? Van Beek again going to pass it, going downfield. He had his guy. And Fondy gets the stop. Ball just sails over his receiver. Not sure if there was a little miscommunication. Was
Possibly.
he expecting the receiver to be a little bit? Did the receiver stop? I'd have to go back and check the replay. But Fondy gets the turnover on downs, and now a chance.
Yes.
2:29 to maybe put some points on the board and then open the second half with the football.
Kudos to the Fond du Lac defense, Brett. That was a 9-play drive. And remember, that started at the 38, so they were able to deny the Rockets, even though Neenah had good field position.
Boy, look at that Adrian Johnson, that tight end. He is a big kid down there. Boy. And what are we going to have here?
False start.
So backs the Cardinals up 5.
Oh, you're not really supposed to be announcing the numbers, I believe. This ain't the NFL. I don't even think they announce numbers in college.
I see Bayport West Appear tied at 14 apiece.
Oh, you're right, Brett.
That game's going to be like a 35-30.
Someone's going to miss an extra point.
Something's going to be weird. Mikulkavich, he's looking, boy, look at all this time, and finally, last second, tosses it. Is that number 0 down there? Xavion Davis. I don't think that if Xavion Davis, was he a basketball player? I mean, they have a real nice basketball team last year, too. We did a game at Appleton North.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to remember if that name seems to ring a bell for me. We're real impressed with Mikulkavich, huh?
I am.
He's like you said, kind of going through all of his reads.
Yes.
Smart quarterback.
Under 2 minutes now in the first half is Fond du Lac. Mikulkavich.
Again. Somehow escapes. Now he's scrambling. Still moving. Fires and what a catch! It is a catch. Guess who?
Man,
Adrian Johnson, the senior tight end. What a play by the quarterback, though. A couple times at least I thought he was going to get wrapped up and brought down. And then high points the football for Adrian Johnson to bring it in. Got a little of that kind of little Doug Flutie in him, right? Kind of moving.
He reminds me more like Baker Mayfield, maybe.
Sure. Something current.
I don't want to. Johnny Manziel, great college player,
Fran
not
Tarkenton.
a good NFL. Yeah, he's moving around,
go.
and Russell Wilson when he was younger in NFL, kind of just keeping plays alive with his feet. And boy, I'm telling you, this Johnson kid's really impressing me. As we have a flag.
Delay of game.
Oh boy, those are drive killers, Brett.
That's a couple times where Eli Mikulkavich has just trusted his tight end, right, to go and make a play on the football. And Adrian Johnson, again, 6'3", 235 pounds, strong-looking tight end, but like you said, plays more like a receiver.
Just senior. He's got to be going someplace.
Yeah, he's big.
Very talented.
Yep. Mikkelkavich again, watch out. Somehow eludes it. Lofts one high. Guess who again? Oh, that's intercepted.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, that's number 32 for the Rockets. That's Owen Fox, the sophomore defensive back. He made the adjustment on the football. Mikkelkavich was trying to have Johnson make another play. He rainbowed one so that Johnson could try to high point it again. I'm not sure if Johnson necessarily saw it until it was too late. Fox undercut Johnson and made the interception along that far sideline.
I'm thinking if Johnson had turned his head around maybe a second earlier, that might have been a catch because it was basically a jump ball.
Yeah.
Was that Owen Fox?
Yeah,
okay,
number 32.
Okay.
Owen Fox, 6'1", 159-pound sophomore defensive back, reading it really well and coming up with, I believe that's the first turnover of the game tonight, right? Either side.
So, well, Brett, there's enough time, too, for Neenah to maybe get something started. They have the ball at the 38.
You saw Van Beek peel off a 66-yarder last week against Kimberly, so plenty of time with 1:29 to go with his wheels. Instead, dropping back again, steps up. Nope, not there. Oh, brought down hard. That's number 97 for Fond du Lac. Jay Trinidad, a sophomore defensive lineman.
What number was that?
Number 97.
Okay.
Jay Trinidad had the sack for the Cardinals.
I tell you what, that front's getting in and causing some issues for the Neenah offensive line right here, especially when the Rockets are dropping back to pass.
Maybe that's why you see them throwing a lot of quick passes, things like that.
Van Beek again, yep, trying a little screen to Charles, but that's incomplete. And Fond du Lac now, 52 seconds to go, a chance to force the Rockets into a punt.
There's a talented Fond du Lac team. I know their record's a little modest here, but
again, close losses though.
Yes, close losses.
Yeah.
This is a program that has traditionally challenged in the Fox Valley Association, and they're always a team you don't want to play in the playoffs because they're coming in, they're whatever seed, a low seed, and then I've seen them pull off wins, Brett, against much higher seeds in the first and second round.
Option look, no, Van Beek gonna tuck it in, and brought down hard by number 95 for the Cardinals. Tyvon, is that Pate? And the Cardinals will burn a timeout since Neenah will have to punt with 44 seconds to go. Well, yeah, I think the great Fondy game that comes to my mind was when they snapped Kimberly's 70-game winning streak on the field goal in Week 1 of the 2018 season, I believe that was, at Papermaker Stadium. And I think that season then ended for them at Titan Stadium in the state semis, I want to say. I think that was the same year.
Was that the two-point conversion?
The two-point conversion play that Kimberly ran to in overtime. I think it was a pop pass, right, into the end zone. I think Mitch Bartle caught it for the Papermakers. And that sent the Papermakers to Camp Randall for a 6th straight season. Boy, that was some battles between Kimberly and Fond du Lac over the years. Now we have a good battle here tonight, Neenah and Fond du Lac. I always think about Neenah, Fond du Lac, some of those great basketball matchups way back when. And number 5 there, Peyton Umentum, just letting it bounce, and it looks like about at the 14, 15-yard line, and a lot of time off the clock as well. So what does Sam Pluker want to do here, Ricardo? Just maybe run a safe play? Yeah,
well, but you never know. I mean, because they do have that great receiver-quarterback combo, but if there's a turnover or something, then you're giving Neenah the ball back.
Plus, you start the second half with the ball. I think maybe you'd be happy taking a 6-point deficit into halftime, and you're right, some crazy mistake. We've seen it in Packer games. Right at the end of the half.
That'll take place in 2 weeks. They will take on Verona in the state quarterfinals. Also this year, the Rockets won.
Yeah, the Neenah girls tennis, they won today. Is that what they just said? Down at state?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
It was the Neenah girls tennis team, I think.
Yes.
Did they win today down at state?
No, they're heading to state.
Oh, heading to state.
And then the boys soccer team is the co-champs in the FBA.
Nice. Big year here. St. Mary Catholic girls tennis also at state. Yeah, Mikkelkavich is going to right down. Well, guess who? Boy, he's like got 3 defenders, maybe 4 around him. Adrian Johnson commanding the attention of the Rockets defense.
He just has great hands.
Boy, look at how fast they got to the line and snapped the ball.
I mean, he's got to be going somewhere. He just has soft
He has
hands.
that look.
Yeah, he reminds me the hands. He's a hands catcher, which is always good when you're a receiver, Brett. reminds me a little bit of Adrian, Antonio Gates kind of build. He's big. And a lot of times they describe it as he's going up for rebounds, solving those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, you just look at his body type. I mean, you can imagine what they could do in college, and he's got a lot more to even add to his big frame. Deep pass,
Again.
Wow. And, they're not playing it safe at all, Ricardo. You called it. That combination between Mikkelkavich and Johnson has been lights out tonight. Already near midfield with 2 timeouts still to use and 14.7 seconds to play.
Five for 9 for 117 yards is what I have. Mikkelkavich, Brett. 14.7 seconds left. Back to throw again.
Again, is he going to try to retreat? No, he's brought down. Fumble! Fumble! Still on the. It's picked up. It's picked up by number 13. That's Nate Cramp, the senior defensive lineman. He was the one who brought Mikkelkavich down, and now the officials are talking with 4.5 seconds to play.
About where it was recovered.
Okay, so you heard it on the mic. The recovering player, this Cramp, was out of bounds. So it's Fond du Lac football with 4.5 seconds to go. But there you go, almost that big turnover. And I think now if you're Sam Pluker, maybe you just take a knee and then go into halftime.
I think Fond du Lac dodged a bullet there, Brett, because it would have been 4.5 seconds, but you never know. Throw the ball in the end zone, never know what's going to happen.
Well, let's see. Do they want him to be conservative here?
Yeah,
or are they going to try? Are they going to do a little like hook and ladder type stuff? I don't know. We'll see.
I think they're in the close formation here.
Mikkelkavich is going to take a knee as he takes a snap, and entertaining first half comes to a close here at Rocket Stadium.
Yeah, Brett, but if you're Fond du Lac, you got to like that combination there where you maybe attack Neenah a little bit more. They get the ball to start the second half.
Well, it's halftime here at Rocket Stadium here at Neenah High School, this Week 8 matchup. A good one, and as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, shows the Rockets leading the Cardinals 14-8. We'll talk more about tonight's game and everything that we have coming up. Another big week of live streams, Packer Show, Game of the Week. We haven't talked about that. Varsity Roundtable. A lot of good stuff coming up after these messages. But I also want to mention, guys, that when we do come back, maybe we'll give the Neenah Marching Band a little love and give them an opportunity to perform for all of you. So we'll be right back, though, after these short messages.
From the moment we get up, technology is at work in our world. That's why Cellcom built a network to support big moments and small victories. It's technology with a heartbeat.
I do it right, I'm powered up, I feel alive. I do it right, I'm hot as heat, my start a fire like sugar, 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 nothing sweeter than me. I spice it up, I'm having fun, I'm feeling free. Here I come, ba-da-ba-da-bum. It feels so good to be me. I'm a superstar. Whoa.
Welcome back to Rocket Stadium. We're at Neenah High School Week 8 game as we see where we're at on our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. The Rockets leading the Cardinals 14-8 Week 8. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin and the Post Crescent, hanging out with Ricardo, Arguello, Jim Rosandick. We'll talk more about tonight's game here in a little bit, but let's give the Neenah Marching Band a little love. They're doing some Phantom of the Opera stuff, and sit back and enjoy, and we'll talk again more about tonight's game here in a few minutes.
right. Great performance by the Neenah High School Marching Band. Never gets old, Phantom of the Opera. Brett, have you ever seen that play?
Never have, no. But
some of those songs you had to have kind of heard the melodies before, though.
As Alex F. has said on our YouTube chat, this is the second time we get to see Neenah's marching band's performance of Phantom of the Opera, so it's that good. I did say the last time we were here, or last time I was here, I saw the 4 Phantoms down at the Grand down at Oshkosh. 4 guys. They each played the Phantom of the Opera, and they all performed and sang together, and it was outstanding. My wife and I went. Outstanding performance. The way these guys can sing. So they sang all the Phantom songs, Ricardo.
Brett, if I can rattle off a few stats here.
Yeah.
For Neenah, Van Beek, 11 rushes, 77 yards. Again, these are all unofficial. He's also 8 of 14 for 49 yards. Mikolkevich, 5 of 9 for 101 yards. Remember, he took that sack, Brett, that took off 16 yards off his passing. But if you look at all of his passes were to Adrian Johnson. 5 catches, 117 yards I have for him. 118 yards, let's say. I mean, that's a heck of a half, Brett.
That's a good connection between those two. Well, what are your thoughts on this game so far, right? Neenah takes command, 2 offensive possessions, ends with 2 touchdown runs by Ashton Van Beek, but nice little bounce back for the Cardinals, getting some stops, and Eli Mikolkevich scoring as well for the Cardinals, and 2-point conversion run by Caden Umentum as well, and it's a 6-point game, so this is anybody's ball game here.
Absolutely. I expect that to finish out that way in the second half as well. Fond Lac's a good team, Brett. You mentioned before how, 3 of their losses have been by a few points, so this is a team that will compete and be there at the end. Now it's a matter of Neenah. They've had their share of close games as well. They've been on the fortuitous side of it, right? So they have to play all 4 quarters. They want to beat Fond du Lac here.
Keep in mind, Fond du Lac opens the second half with the football, but good to be here for Week 8. Again, I'm Brett Christopherson. He's Ricardo Arguello, and Jim Rosandick is right in between us. It's a good thing he's in between us because Ricardo and I would be at each other's throats otherwise. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Switch to Cellcom, and they'll buy out your current contract, and you get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store or Cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local.
Shop the pig.
So we got some stuff coming up. Starts again all Monday night. Clubhouse Live. That's our Packers show. Season 17 already. Starts at 6:30 at the Fox Club inside Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium in Grand Chute. That is home of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, also our home, Clubhouse Live. And joining us for this Monday show, guys, is Green Bay Packers sackmaster defensive lineman Rashawn Gary. Looking forward to hanging out with Rashawn. Got to know him last year. He was one of our anchor guests this year. Going to pay us a couple visits, the first one coming on Monday. Talk about the Packers-Bengals game, see how that all plays out, see if that Packers defense can rebound after that tough performance against Dallas prior to the bye week. But stadium gates open at 5. Show is free. Parking is free. Come on down. Check it out. If you have a good time, you can win some prizes, get some great food, get some great drinks. We'll have a high school team of the week, a team spotlight as well that night. So good way to hang out with your favorite Packers players and get to know those guys away from the field. If you can't make it in person, we stream it on all of our websites, Facebook pages, and our YouTube channel that you're watching on as well. And please give us a like on Facebook, either at Clubhouse Live or Packers News. I co-host and Ricardo the Bear fan. He's part of the show as well. So is Rosie. And then Wednesday night, Varsity Roundtable again.
That's right. And we've had a lot of fun with that this season. We had, Oshkosh West Girls Volleyball paid us a visit this past Wednesday. Just check out postcrescent.com, or can they go right to the page, right, Brett? It's postcrescent.com/varsity roundtable. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. But check it out. It's the only online high school sports talk show in the state. Hopefully to have Bayport girls volleyball actually on this Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. If not them, then we'll pick another outstanding team to come and get to know. And it's a destination point for these athletes. They love being on the show. At least they've shown us that they love being on the show.
They love it.
We hope to. We hope that that's the case.
Fun way to spend a Wednesday night.
Yeah, so please check it out every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Brett, we also have my wrap-up column. There's one that's already online from yesterday's games. Please check that out on postcrescent.com. And then I'll have one that will go up sometime tomorrow morning, recapping what went on in Week 8 for tonight's games. So check those out as well.
And then, of course, next Friday, we're back at it for Week 9, and it's the annual grudge match, right, as Appleton North takes on Kimberly. That's a regular season finale. We're going to be there. Live coverage from Paul Engen Field at Appleton North High School. Kicks off at 6:45 p.m. And as always, remember, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. I'll be there. Rosie will be there. I believe Mike Sherry will be there because, Ricardo, you're going to be covering that big Winnicott Seymour game for the Bay Conference Championship.
Mm-hmm, that's in Seymour. So you're in capable hands with Mike Sherry.
Oh, yeah.
He's great. It's just a matter of the over and the under, how many times you're going to call him Ricardo.
It wasn't too bad. Actually, a few times I almost called you Mike because I worked with Mike and Rosie last week for the Appleton North Kaukauna game that wasn't decided until the very final play. Grant Hardy's, I believe that was a 3-yard touchdown run.
Very
dived
exciting.
into the end zone.
And believe me, the time that it was Mike and I called him Brett several times.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago when you guys were here.
Shows how much love there is.
Yeah. A lot of love in the
interchangeable.
So a busy week coming up, and looking forward to that. See how the game goes. But, yeah, we have the WIAA football matrix we have to talk about. We're going to find out playoff positioning through that here shortly. If you look at the current unofficial rankings in D1 through Week 7, though, Neenah's number 4, Fond du Lac number 27. Neenah would be a 1 seed, while Fondy would be a 7 seed, Ricardo.
Again, 7 seed that no one's going to want to play.
Yeah. And you mentioned, again, Neenah, in addition to the Rockets, they're looking to clinch at least a share of the FVA championship tonight, but Little Chute won a share of the Northeastern Conference title with Thursday's 42-27 win over Luxembourg Casco. Mustangs and Spartans had entered play with 5-0 league records. Now Little Chute can win it outright with a victory over Two Rivers. That's a home game at Fitzpatrick Field next Friday. And as I mentioned, the Bay Conference, that's not determined until next week when Winnicott takes on Seymour.
For it all the marbles.
Both 6-0 in conference action. In the FRCC North, the quasi-championship game going on. West appear up 27-17 late in the first half. That's going to be a high-scoring game. Speaking of strange scores, Kimberly Kaukauna scoreless at the half. And then Appleton North up 7-0 on Appleton East at the half.
That's Appleton East, big East for Cancer game, Brett. So they're playing inspired football there under first-year coach Jarius James.
Boy, some interesting games to keep an eye on here in the FVA. Third quarter now underway. Squib Kip, good job by the Cardinals to field it. That's Umentum. Caden Umentum showing the good hands. Good job by Fond du Lac Special Teams to put a kid with good hands up there, maybe anticipating those squib kicks, Ricardo. So good field position for the Cardinals here.
Yes, right at the Fond du Lac 42, near midfield.
Ricardo looking at the chat. WRHO says this is another great game for the stream of the week. Fondy hanging tough. Number 1 can score anytime they throw the ball in his direction. Neenah D will have to find an answer.
Well, certainly, I don't disagree with that. He is a phenomenal player.
And the quarterback's pretty good, too.
We've been doing this, 8 weeks now? He's definitely in the small collection of players that we've seen that really are above and beyond the rest of the fray.
Yeah, they really stand out. Henschel, though, oh, boy, powerful run, just running over guys near the first down. And as good as number 1 is, Adrian Johnson, I think we have to give kudos again to the sophomore quarterback who's filled in fantastically here, Eli Mikkelkavich. He's looked really good.
Only 3 carries for Henschel so far, Brett. That was a 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1 inside Neenah territory now.
So 2nd and 1, Henschel with it, and he'll get the first down. And
More.
then some.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh is right. Look at him sprint into the end zone. 49-yard score, Ricardo?
Yes.
Wow. Boy, you saw his jets when he took off and got through the defense. What a start for Fond du Lac.
Brett to Henschel, 2 carries, 8 yards in the first half. 2 carries, 58 yards in the second half.
2-play drive, right? All 58 yards by Henschel. And now Fond du Lac looking to take the lead on this extra point. Kick is up, and it is through. And with 11:05 to play here in the third quarter, the Cardinals now with the lead on that 49-yard touchdown sprint to the end zone by Mason Henschel. Emiliano Martinez, by the way, the sophomore with the PAT. Well, we figured this would be a pretty good matchup, and we're getting that here tonight. First half scoring, Ashton Van Beek, a pair of touchdown runs for the Rockets, 36 yards and a 1-yard score. Eli Mikkelkavich also a 1-yard score midway through the second quarter. Now we see Mason Henschel for the Cardinals, the 49-yard touchdown run, and the kick makes it 15-14 Fond du Lac as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
He made several moves in the middle of that line, Brett. Not too far from the line of scrimmage, so.
Ricardo, wondering if the Fondy offense maybe has that Neenah defense thinking a little bit, because we saw so much passing right in that first half. Mikkelkavich really targeting Johnson. And then right away, bam, bam, Henschel, that battering ram, gets the touches. Maybe the passing game opening up the run game for Fond du Lac. We have a flag on the kickoff return.
That's going to be on the Rockets. That's an inauspicious start here, Brett, for the Rockets. Ball's at the 33 almost. We'll see if.
Holding call.
10 yards from the spot of the penalty. First down.
Fond du Lac coach Sam Pluker on playing a Neenah quote. This is from Mike Sherry. Again, he does those great previews every week. We are very excited about the opportunity to play against Neenah, who is clearly one of the best teams in the state. They have great players, are coached extremely well, and have a strong culture of excellence in everything they do, end quote.
A lot of athletes on this roster for Fond du Lac, no doubt about it. They have talent.
I'll tell you in a minute what Steve Young said about playing the Cardinals. Caney with the carry. Quote, "This is another big game for our team. Fond du Lac is a very good senior-led team." Coach Young says they could easily be 4-1 in conference, but narrowly lost to Appleton North and Kaukauna. They play a physical style and have an excellent running attack. Their defense is disciplined and tough against the run, end quote. And as you can see, we got a heck of a ball game here. Cardinals just took the lead on that 49-yard touchdown run by Henschel. Watch out here. Big time run. Oh, cuts it in and finally brought down. But there you go. That is Brock Haney. That gets the Neenah faithful on its feet. And maybe Ricardo, maybe the Rockets will just start focusing more on that rushing attack that they're so well known for. We saw a lot of dropbacks for Van Beek in that first half. Maybe back to more of its bread and butter here to start the second half. Right at midfield are the Rockets.
Well, Heaney with a nice start to the half as well.
But you heard Coach Young saying that a lot of respect for how the Cardinals can bottle up that run game, but another good push by that offensive line. And Haney, about a 4-yard carry there on first down.
Trinidad on the step. Timeout Pate at the 46.
Neenah now has well, on the verge of winning or sharing the FVA championship in 3 of the past 4 seasons. We'll see if that can materialize here tonight. Good work by Steve Young, what he's done to build this fine program. One of the state's best, ranked 6th in both the Bound Wisconsin coaches poll as Van Beek keeps it.
Oh, he's got a rail.
Yeah, he does. Really sold the ball fake there. I thought he handed it off, but really, I mean, he had that buried in the stomach of the running back before he pulled it out and gets a first down run. And Rockets 6th in both polls, your ESPN large division media poll.
Which is basically D1, D2.
I got to ask you guys, how come you don't do just all D7? Why don't you do one?
I'm not sure. That's ESPN's the one who set it up.
Okay.
So I think they were just following what the AP did before. 1st and 10 at the 31 for Neenah. Van Beek take it himself.
Thought about it. Wow, again. Whoa, pushing. Oh, I think he might score. He does. 31-yard touchdown run. Shoved the defender out of the way into the end zone. 3rd rushing score of the night for Van Beek, and what an answer for the Rockets after the Cardinals had grabbed the lead.
Brad, he, as the kids say, trucked. He trucked the defender. I forgot what number that is or what button that is on your PlayStation controller for those who play Madden or the college football game. But, boy, showing his physicality is Ashton Van Beek, 123 yards, 13 carries on that touchdown, Brett.
31 yards? Was that what
yep.
Yeah. Gurdon again, and that sails through. And as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, 21-15, Neenah back on top. 8:38 to play in a fun game. Back and forth we go.
So you saw that drive, Brett, 85 yards in 5 plays, all on the ground. You know, Haney with a strong performance in the first 3 plays, then a 15-yard run from Van Beek, and then the 31-yard touchdown run. And there you go, 21-15 lead for the Rockets. That's the way you answer an opposing team's touchdown drive, Brett.
Van Beek touchdown runs now tonight of 36, 1, and 31 yards. Remember, he came in as the FVA's leader in total touchdowns. Try to get that stat here and update it. Van Beek, he had 19 total touchdowns, now make it 22, including 14 rushing scores and 8 passing TDs. And as I said, Ricardo, Neenah kind of going back to what it does best, right? Just pounding the ball. Both these quarterbacks showing off tonight. Michalkavich just a junior for Fond du Lac, and of course Van Beek Michalkavich a sophomore for Fond du Lac, and Van Beek just a junior. So they're both going to be back next season.
Umentum taking that short kick, takes it past the 40 again. Fond du Lac now with great field position, Brett. On the first drive of this half, they started at the 42. They're starting at the 42 again. So 1st down and 10. 8:34 left in the 3rd quarter. A couple of touchdowns already to start this quarter, Brett. Explosive.
Yeah, the defense is now giving way to the offenses, and now let's see if the Cardinals can answer that Neenah score. Michalkavich waits for it. He's going to drop back, look into his left, fires it over. Almost an interception. Number 19, Hunter Weinke, he tipped it up, but then Matthias Charles, Ricardo, nearly dove and grabbed it before it bounced off the turf. But nice play by the outside linebacker, number 19, one of the captains for the Rockets to knock it away.
You went full stretch there on that one, Brett. Fond du Lac just narrowly avoided a disastrous play. 2nd down and 10. Michalkavich. 3 receivers set. Give up the middle.
Yeah. Ooh. There's a good collision, too, between Henschel and number 30 for the Rockets, Joey Heron, a sophomore D-back linebacker combo. And when you're Heron, you're just going to hold your ground and say, I'm going to try to wrap this kid up and bring him down as quickly as you can. That's not easy to do against Mason Henschel, strong running back, senior, 185 pounds.
3rd and 6. See what Fond du Lac has in store. They have 4 receivers. Do you look to Johnson here, Brett, number 1?
I think so.
There he
Trying
is.
to set up a screen.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, no. Who is that? It's Henschel. Watch out. Henschel on the run. Open space. Cuts it back inside at the 25. Great play call, Ricardo.
It was because, Johnson also went out to the perimeter, and my eyes naturally just followed him because he's been such a big player. And they were able to do a little deception and get it out to Henschel. Brett, that's a big gain.
Big-time gain, and that's a nice call at that moment.
29-yard gain.
Fond du Lac in business at the 25.
So Mikokevich, 6 for 11 for 130 yards, Brett, is what I have him for.
Yeah, looks smooth. He's in command of the offense, isn't he? Doing a good job out there. Real good job. This time, Henschel has it. Now they're really starting to get the ball in number 4's hands at Ricardo here to start the second half.
Telling you. No one's going to want to play this team in the playoffs if they do happen to get like a 7 or 8 seed or maybe even a 6 seed, depending on what happens next week with Fondy. Man, oh man, Brett, this is a team that's much better than what their record shows. Second down and 8 at the 23. There's Johnson in the slot.
Mikokevich is looking for him, I think. He's going to sling it over. Oh, nope, that is going to be number 0 instead, Xavion Davis. A lot of different weapons that Mikokevich can find. That's a first down inside the 15. Ball will be at the 14-yard line. Fond du Lac offense humming right now.
First down and 10 at the 14.
Mikokevich hands off to Henschel. I think that might have been number 13. Might have been Nate Cramp, the first one for the Rockets to get a hand on Henschel. As we're past the midway point of this third quarter. Very entertaining third quarter. Both teams with touchdowns.
Yeah, Henschel, 7 carries, 84 yards. I have him for unofficially. Mikokevich, 7 for 12, 139 yards. Putting together a nice offensive performance, Brett, are the Cardinals against a pretty good Neenah defense that held Kimberly to the shutout last week.
Mikokevich just going to keep it. Haven't seen him bounce it around too much. He'll be close to a first down. Be 3rd and 1, I believe, coming up. Ball at the 5.
6-yard gain for Mikokevich. Oh, they'll call it 7.
Sam Pluker, the head coach, looks like the play caller and really doing a nice job of mixing things up. For the Cardinals here, 3rd and 1 at the 5. Mikokevich is going to keep it himself. He's got the first down, dives. First and goal, I think, at the 1. No, at the 2. Check that at the 2. Ball at the 2.
Well, the first down gives them a lot of options here, Brett. Neenah's defense is really going to have to be physical on these next set of downs.
I think I just give it to number 4 here, Henschel, and let him run it in. Oh, Mikokevich instead trying to. Oh, he bounces it in anyway. He was kind of a scrum. He was stopped, nowhere to go, and good awareness as he scores from 6 yards out.
Nice series of runs there by Mikokevich, Brett. 3 carries, 11 yards, 3 straight plays, and he gets that touchdown from 2 yards out at 4:02 left in the third quarter.
So Martinez in to try to kick the Cardinals into the lead again. And he does. Wow, what a game we've got going on here at Rocket Stadium. 4:02 to play in the third quarter as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Another lead change, this time Fond du Lac up 22-21 on the 2-yard touchdown run, and Martinez kick
Just updating my Twitter. You can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. Brett's at PC Brettsy. Rosie's at Metal Rosie.
Ricardo, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not going to be the last time we see some points in this game. Back and forth we go. Folks on the chat, keep some scores coming. We want to hear how that Kimberly Kaukauna game, of course, Bayport West of Pier. Appleton North, Appleton East, that's a big one as well. Seek and Haney back, and it looks like it'll be Seek at the. Where do you feel that? At the 10, 15-yard line, and trying to see where they're going to mark this ball. Right at the 30.
Here, Menasha up 42-0 over Sheboygan South. Brilliant up 18-10 over St. Mary Catholic. That's the start of the fourth.
An interesting score.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 at the 30. Now the Rockets, their turn to answer.
It is, and they have to answer here, in my opinion. I mean, it's a battle of offenses at this point.
Van Beek, he's gonna, he options it to Seek at the last second. Seek cuts it inside. Good decision by Van Beek, because I don't think he was gonna go very far. It looked like that Fond du Lac defense, all eyes on number 7.
3-yard gain for Seek. Rockets have yet to pass this half, Brett. By the way, Kimberly up over Kaukauna 8-0. That's 7:14 left in the third quarter. So a close one over there.
Quarters it took for Kimberly to score.
For the paper makers and the Ghosts. Kaukana's a good team, though, Brett. We know
they
that.
are. Of course. Saw them last week. Saw them here as well. Neenah winning that one. Toss.
Wide open.
Well, Seek, and boy, he's got some wheels. Far sideline. Can he get to the end zone? Inside the 15, 10, 5. He's in! Wow! 67 yards.
Brett, he gave them the little razzle-dazzle there, that trailing safety. What a run back! What a catch and run by Seek.
That's 67-yard score.
Hit him with the razzle-dazzle. Well, I talked about them not throwing it all in the second half, Brett. Well, how's that for efficiency?
Good play call. He was wide open, and Seek showing the wheels. You saw a Fond du Lac defender kind of had an angle, but like you said, a little wiggle at the end, and Seek into the end zone.
That's always tough when you're the safety there. You have that much room.
You're reacting to what the ball carrier is going to do, right? You got to try to figure out.
Okay, this is a 2-point conversion. What's going on? Okay.
And Gurdon now back in, and wow, what a game we have. This is turned into an offensive shootout. As Gurdon, and that one sails through. And as we look again at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, just like that, Neenah back up by 6, 28-22. Still 3:03 to play in this third quarter.
Get ready to play hard. Play fair. And leave it all on the field. Your community has your back.
This is entertaining stuff. Now I'm sure that the coaching staffs on each side not so happy.
Right,
the defensive guys.
Yeah.
But this is fun stuff for us. Joshua Tilley on the chat. This is better than the last pro games I watched. You mean like that goofiness of I didn't watch it last night. Thursday Night Football, the Giants and the Eagles.
The tush push.
But I'm hearing a lot of anger with the tush push right now. Well, suddenly the Packers trying to ban it doesn't look so bad. I remember you said that was such a lame move by the Packers.
I thought it is. I still think it is. I know it's boring, but
yeah. But now you got a big firestorm. Micah Parsons was mad about it, and A lot of fans, a lot of media. They're fed up with the tush push. Probably because there's always a false start going on before the ball is actually snapped, right?
That they have something to grind an axe on.
Yeah. Ooh, that was fielded by Everett Avila, number 13. No, I was watching the Brewers get smoked by the Cubs.
Sorry, Brett.
Yeah, it's over.
Big game Saturday, huh?
It's over. It's over.
Come on, BC.
No, it's over.
What if they're throwing the kid?
Miz?
Yeah.
Then it's, yeah. Ugh.
The never say die Milwaukee Brewers.
We'll see. Great atmosphere at Wrigley, though. The fans really showed out. They did a great job of kind of rattling the Brewers. They were kind of chanting Freddie's name last night, Freddie Peralta. Not feeling too good about Game 5 tomorrow night. But let's see about this one here tonight. This game has been crazy. Henschel with it. Is this going to be a case of who has the ball last is going to win this game?
Very well may be.
Offenses are looking right now.
What do we see here? I have West Appear up over Bayport 21-17, Brett.
Yep, that's a good one as well. A lot of good games here in Week 8. Some great matchups.
Second down and 3 at the 33. Whoa, low snap.
Mikulkavich, he's going to air it out again. And Henschel, what a throw and catch. Boy, he put that ball right there, Ricardo, in between the defenders.
And a nice catch from Henschel. You know, he was going to take a hit.
He come out of the backfield. Is that a wheel route, or was he lined
Something
up wide?
like that.
I didn't see that.
Linebacker was trailing.
I mean, he put that ball exactly where it needed to be, and that's a first down.
21-yard pass play.
You can see that Neenah defense, number 19, trying to get the crowd into it. Hunter Weinke. Neither defense can get to the stops right now. It's all offense from both sides. Mikulkavich, he's going to drop back again. He's got time. Slings it. First down. Guess who? Is that his guy?
It is.
Adrian Johnson, number 1. We've called his name a bunch. Good safe throw, too, right? I mean, you see it. He drops back, and his head's kind of moving a little bit, looking at all the progressions of what his receivers are, the guys out there running routes. Really processing the game as a passer really well as Mikulkavich.
Six catches, 131 yards for
Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
Mikulkavich again. He's got time.
Way too much time.
Yeah, he does, and here he is. Johnson with the touchdown. 33-yard score. Holy smokes. .33-yard hookup. Mikulkavich to Johnson.
What's going on here? This is like Arena League, Brett. Extra point coming up here.
Martinez now trying to kick the Cardinals back into the lead. And gets it to go through. And with 61 seconds to play here in this third quarter, we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Just like that, the Cardinals now back in front by a point, 29-28.
So I have Mikulkavich 10 of 15 for 206 yards. Again, these are unofficial stats. And Johnson, what a huge game for this young man. 7 catches, 164 yards, Brett. Either way, any way you slice it, that is a dangerous duo together.
Ricardo, 5 touchdowns in this third quarter combined by the two sides. Henschel, the 49-yard run. Van Beek, a 31-yard run. Haney, a 2-yard run. Seek with a 67-yard pass reception, sprint into the end zone. And then now the 33-yard pass from Mikulkavich to Johnson. My goodness, this is starting to remind me of that game back in 2021, that spring game we did, right? Fond du Lac and Kimberly?
Yeah.
Remember that game? 71-47 victory, Fond du Lac over Kimberly in the finale. That was the alternate spring season game we streamed. Braylon Allen, Kyle Waljasper, 2 magical names from the past for the Cardinals, lighting it up that night that game was played at Appleton East. As Seek on his feet, still on his feet. Far sideline, finally brought down. Wow. One big play after another. Huge kickoff return by Cooper Seek. And that puts the Rockets in business with 50.4 seconds to play in this third quarter.
Brett, did you see where he fielded that? I wasn't. My head
No,
was
I
down.
didn't. I'm
Okay.
sorry. But I can tell you, Ricardo, the ball's marked at the 28. Probably doesn't help you much, huh? This is just like that 2021 game. All these big
Crazy.
plays back and forth.
First down and 10 at the Fondy 28 for Van Beek. Haney in motion. Now he's behind him.
Van Beek's just going to keep it. And he's still slithering his way near the first down. Goodness gracious.
He did get the first down.
Yeah. Well, did he or no? Are they moving?
they're
Yeah,
moving
they're
him.
moving the chains. It always looks like those his run lanes are bottled up, but he's able to squeeze through, find something, and he's out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Ball at the 18-yard line. Well, we've seen
I
five.
have Van Beek, 14 carries, 133 yards, Brett.
We've seen five touchdowns this quarter. Rockets might make it 6 here the way this is going.
Absolutely.
Van Beek's going to hand it off to Haney. As the moon rising over the stadium over to our left. Oh, like the harvest moon, isn't that coming up? Do you know your astronomy?
I have no idea. I do know that's a good song by Neil Young, right, Rosie?
Yeah. He's got a lot of them. I was just listening to Old Man on Sirius, and my wife turned it off.
Not a Neil Young fan, huh?
Yeah, she didn't like that song, but I like that song. Van Beek, last play of the third quarter, looking to his left. Whoa! Oh! Through the fingers of number 11. That's Luke Johnson. There's a good shot at the moon. Got to be a full moon to be the harvest moon, right, Rosie? Third down, 5.2 seconds to play. Big third down here.
Rosie showing off that big old buttery moon.
Van Beek's just going to keep it. No, watch out, trying to set up the screen. Oh, what a hit!
Oh, my goodness.
Haney with the catch, but that's number
Schmidt.
10, Brady Schmidt, the sophomore linebacker, with a big-time tackle and hit, an exclamation point to end a wild third quarter. I think that was a good play call, but the Fondy defense not fooled at all. So final 12 minutes coming up in a big decision as far as play call for the Rockets coming out of this timeout. 4th and 9, I believe, is what it will be when we resume action. Not sure what Gurdon's range is as a kicker for Neenah. But ball is on the 17-yard line?
4th and 9. So I don't know. Do you consider a field goal here?
What
I
do
don't
we
know.
talk
You talked
about?
about what Gurdon can do.
35 yards about that would be.
Mm.
I think that Rocket offense will come on the field, and they'll go here in 4th and 9 as we open up this final 12 minutes. 5 touchdowns combined in that third quarter. Remember, this was a 14-8 game at the half.
4th and 9 for the Rockets at the Fond du Lac 17.
No, they're going to kick the field goal. So Gurdon is in. A 34-yard field goal attempt for Gurdon. And a big kick here. Everything looks good. Boy, good leg, and it is in. Wow. He boomed that one. Plenty of room on that kick. So a 34-yard field goal.
It's always nice to have a good kicker, Brett.
No kidding. And another lead change. Rockets back on top, 31-29 as we look at our Neenah or our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. West Appear, well, talk about a game that's going back and forth, huh? 28-24, West Appear with the lead midway through the third quarter. And I see Kimberly still up 8-zip over the Ghosts. What a defense for the Papermakers, doing some good work. That's a good offense. I wonder if Ryan Carroll, though, the quarterback for Kokon, he didn't play last week. He was injured.
No.
Was it Braden Jenkins, I want to say? Really did a nice job in relief. Looked good out there. That was the game we streamed last week at the Appleton North.
By the way,
game.
East and North are tied at 7, Brett.
Wow.
That's in the fourth, start of the fourth quarter.
Here's Henschel trying to get his sprinter speed going and finally wrestled down at about the 35-yard line. Which defense can get a stop first?
So, Brett, that Seek kickoff return, by the way, Cone was all over it. He says he fielded it at the 13.
Oh boy, Conner.
Conner's all over it. He's the man.
Right, he is the man.
Let's go defense!
Well, you can hear the fans in front of us. They're imploring the Rockets defense to get a stop. This Fond du Lac offense humming right now. Mikkelkavich again trying to set up a little bit of a screen on that far sideline. That's number 7, Ben Kolb. Ricardo, though, when Mikkelkavich drops back, not on that play necessarily, but Neenah not getting any pressure on the quarterback, and that offensive line doing great work protecting their QB. Whoa, little miscommunication there. Looks like Mikkelkavich and Henschel bumping into each other. That's going to be 3rd and 2 maybe coming up.
Ball will be at the 44, so a 2-yard gain on that. 3rd and 2.
Mikkelkavich is going to keep it. He's got the first down.
Yep. Didn't need a lot, and he didn't get a lot, but it looks like he got enough for the first down. Yes, he did.
You know, you look at that Fondy uniform, Ricardo, and I mentioned it before, but Braylon Allen and Kyle Waljasper. Allen now in the NFL for the New York Jets. Of course, he's on injured reserve right now.
He is on injured reserve. I think they expect him to be back, though.
A little bit later, like December-ish. Just 21 years old. He has that knee injury, 76 yards and a TD this season before going down. There's Mikkelkavich again all day long. Finally brought down. Number 13, Nate Cramp, fighting his way, Ricardo, back to bring down the Fondy quarterback. Good job downfield for not by the Rockets not give any sort of a lane to throw for Mikkelkavich. He was waiting as long as he could.
Brett, that Cramp sack, that puts it back at 2nd and 18 now from the 39. If you talk about a timely sack, that would be it.
That was a big-time sack, but this is nothing for Mikkelkavich and Johnson to pick up.
Exactly, and that's what I would look for, is number 1.
Mikkelkavich again trying nothing downfield. Whoa, still on his feet. Still on his feet. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard after that. Boy, he's so good at making defenders miss. I also want to mention Kyle Waljasper. He has had a phenomenal collegiate career at Minnesota Duluth. senior quarterback. Last season, he was a nominee for the Harlan Hill Trophy.
Oh,
award,
Harlan Hill.
awarded to the most valuable player in Division II. He's off to a great start quarterbacking the Huskies. Or I'm sorry, the Bulldogs, I should say. The Bulldogs, Minnesota Duluth. This season, Bulldogs ranked 10th nationally. There's your little razzle-dazzle again. Mikkelkavich going to sling it. And, oh! That was intended for Xavion Davis. And Mikkelkavich took a pretty good shot there as well. Now what does Sam Pluker want to do?
This has to be a punt, doesn't
I would
it?
think so.
I mean, if you're – I know Coach Pluker has trust in his guys, but if you fail at this at 4th and 10, Neenah gets the ball right inside their own 50.
Yeah, but the Rockets have been able to move the ball too, and I'm thinking with 8:37 to play, he's thinking, boy, do I want to give Neenah the ball back, and they maybe run 6-7 minutes off the clock before we even get a shot at it. So the Cardinals are going to go for it on 4th and 10. You got to be looking for number 1, right? If you're Mikkelkavich, he's going to kind of spin, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Finally going to throw it, and too high
Let me
for
tell you.
Henschel.
Now, I don't know if this was by design or if it just happened, but number 1, Adrian Johnson, fell.
There's a flag, though.
Are they saying he was hit? Because he did fall down. And he got back up, but by the time he got back up, the coverage was bracketing all over Johnson.
Well, let's see what the officials talk about here. We'll hear the call because he's mic'd up.
Illegal low hit. Number 22 in the defense. 15-yard.
Wow. Illegal low hit against the Rockets. On 4th down, 15-yard penalty keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs for the Cardinals at the 38.
Ball marked at the 38, 1st and 10 Fondue.
I don't know if I've really heard that call in a high school game before.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not a big fan of them announcing the numbers. Typically, they don't do that at the high school level. I know they don't do that at the state tournament.
So here we go again. Fondy, handoff to Henschel. Let's see if the Cardinals can take advantage of that huge 15-yard penalty against Neenah on 4th down. And the Rockets had to stop. Yeah, finish that thought, though, on Wall Jasper, guys. 337 yards and 7 TDs rushing and almost 1,200 yards and 11 TDs passing. Dual threat quarterback for Kyle Waljasper. But what a combo that was, Braylon Allen and Kyle Waljasper. Not all that long ago. Henschel again. Boy, you could see, who was that? Number 55, I think, for the Rockets. Tyler Resch, the sophomore defensive lineman, wrapping up Henschel and holding on for dear life till some other red jerseys came in and helped clean that play up. A 3rd down, ball at the 30.
I have Henschel, by the way, 10 carries, 99 yards, unofficial, of course. Ball's at the 30. Obviously 4-down territory, BC.
No doubt. Look at this formation. There's that Henschel again. He's going to be stopped short. 4th and 1 coming up. 4th and 1 coming up. Obviously, Sam Pluker will go for it.
Oh,
what do you
boy.
what do you want to do here?
I'm just telling you, if you're Neenah, you talk about how great your front 7 is. Would be a great time for them to rise to the occasion on a 4th and short.
I think Mikkelkavich keeps it here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull some kind of pop pass or something.
That could be
to the big kid, Adrian, Johnson. I mean, he's right there. He can out-leap people, right? So let's see where Adrian Johnson's lining up. He's lining up on the right side of the formation. Receiver near side here, Brett.
Again, look at this. Mikkelkavich, no, he's just going to keep it. Oh, he's got the 1st down, I think.
Yeah,
well, let's see where the official marks it. Rockets are saying they got the stop, but I don't know. This might have to be measured.
It's at the 28. Are they saying it's a 1st down? I see them flip the marker.
Nope, they're going to measure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, here we go.
It's been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah, it's where they spot the ball, right? You can
some of the fans here.
You got a very rambunctious Neenah fan in front of us. He thinks this is a good spot.
I think it's going to be close. I can't tell you either way, BC.
Rosie's got the camera on it, so.
Attaboy, Rosie. Rosie's always on the ball.
Let's see.
Ooh, I don't know. So they're just, they set it. Now they're going to pull the chain.
Pull the chain, and
they got it, yeah.
Yep, they got it. They got it in a first down for Fondy, and that'll start the clock again midway through this fourth quarter. Very dramatic Week 8 game here at Rocket Stadium.
10-play drive so far, Brett. Started at the 36.
But remember, it was helped by that 15-yard low block call against the Rockets that they had the fourth down stop.
Yes.
If I'm Fondy, I'm just running it right now. Henschel and Mickelkavich. Henschel and Mickelkavich. Mickelkavich instead is going to throw it. Looking downfield. Davis, and almost the catch. Davis I think he wants a flag.
I couldn't see, Brett. Did you see anything?
No, it looked pretty good to me. It looked like, two defenders and Davis wrestling for the ball. It looked like Davis maybe tried to come back to the ball maybe and thought he was impeded, but that's a good no call in my book anyway. I don't think there was too much contact.
So here it is, 2nd and 10, 5:52 left in the fourth. Balls at the Neenah 28 for the Cardinals. Again, this is the there's been 11 plays going on the 12th play here.
Mickelkavich again, dancing around, scrambling, throw. What
do
we got?
Off?
It's intercepted! It's intercepted!
Brett, who got it?
I think that was number 32. I want to say that was Owen Fox, the sophomore defensive back, coming in. What a big defensive play by Fox. Mickelkavich, Ricardo dancing around like he's done all night. Typically makes a play off of that when he's scrambling. This time Fox jumps in front of the intended receiver along that far sideline, wrestling with him and takes the ball. Big turnover, Rockets with the lead and a chance maybe to run this clock out.
Ooh, bro, you talk about coming up big. If you're Owen Fox, just a sophomore, but he's playing like a savvy veteran. And, Brett, he never left his receiver side, able to jump and take, to me, a better even jump on that ball than the receiver, Brett.
Now let's see what the Rockets can do. Ashton Van Beek. This time it's Haney looking for some space. Boy, if you're Steve Young, you'd love to get about 3 first downs here on this drive and let make Fond du Lac burn its timeouts.
Who ran that one, Brett? I missed
Haney.
Okay.
Number 29.
8 carries, 73 yards I have for Haney. But, Brett, if this holds true, what another devastating loss for Fondy. Another close one. It's not over yet.
Nope, still 5 minutes to go. Fondy's got to get to stop here. Van Beek, though, so tough to bring down, slithering his way. And third and definitely manageable coming up here as we are under 5 minutes. And a big play call here for the Rockets.
It's at the 26.
So third and 3? I wonder, I know this is crazy talk, but maybe this is 4-down territory. And you say, if you're Steve Young, I'm trusting my ground and pound attack with these great weapons we have, including potentially the FVA Player of the Year offensively in Ashton Van Beek. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd down. Van Beek, no. Oh, fumble! And I think now you definitely got to punt it away.
Yes. That was a disaster from the start. Was that CQ was trying to?
Yeah.
Woo.
Just a loose ball. It went down onto the turf, and now the Cardinals, with the clock running, will get a chance to win this game. Who's the punter? Is that going to be
Is
Weinke?
Yeah, Hunter Weinke.
You need a big-time punt if you're the Rockets. Whoa. And the Fondi calls a timeout.
Interesting. Interesting that they called a timeout because you figure they'll get the ball around the 40, 45.
I think they're trying to just conserve as much time as possible because the Rockets were just intent on taking their time before they punted it away.
Notre Dame 44. I'm trying to reach to Green Bay West 7. Brett. Appleton East 13. Appleton North 7. With 8:13 to go in the fourth. Brilliant beats St. Mary Catholic 24-10. Menasha 42-0 final over Sheboygan South. Bayport 31-28 over West of Pier third quarter.
That was 38-28.
Yeah.
Pirates now. They're up 10.
So it's still East 13-7 over Appleton North, Brett, with 4:54 left. East just received the ball on a punt. Can the Patriots, Brett, that would be the biggest win for them in a while.
Last time the Patriots beat the Lightning.
Oh,
That's
what a bounce.
Good. Yep, got that turf bounce. Look at this code rolling. Almost, it's going to go to the 20, almost the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
line.
Almost a 50-yard punt.
Boy,
They're calling it 56.
that flips field position for sure. Big-time bomb by number 19, Hunter Weinke, the punter. Also the outside linebacker, captain, member of the Football Leadership Council for the Rockets.
I'm telling you what, if Fond du Lac's able to get a winning field goal, they're going to have earned this, Brett.
No doubt. Fondi now with 2 timeouts remaining, but a dangerous offense here, a lot of weapons. And wondering if they'll start trying to start to target Adrian Johnson. More easier said than done, though, because the Rockets have been paying a lot of attention to the talented senior tight end Henschel with the carry to open up this series.
I have Henschel 12 carries, 103 yards. Oh, we'll call it 104 yards. Oh, wide open.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Davis still on his feet. Is that like a little slant play?
It was. Timing,
Yep.
everything to perfection, Brett.
Well done by the Cardinals, and a heater by Mickelcavage to Xavion Davis, the senior wide receiver, now in Neenah territory. Ball at, the 43?
33-yard gain. Killer play.
Henschel wrapped up at the 40.
Wrapped up by Jonah Rittner at the 40.
Jonah Rittner with the tackle at the 2-minute mark. Fondi down 2, but with the ball, getting that big defensive stop after the Rockets had intercepted. What will the Cardinals do? Eli Mickelcavage waiting for it. He's been sensational tonight.
I'm looking at Johnson.
Oh, trying to set up a little screen to Henschel, and that is number 20. Is that 23 or no, 22, I think. Jonah Rittner, the senior linebacker, holding on to that jersey of Henschel. And Ricardo, look at this clock. I mean, we're down to a minute 20. Ball at the 40-yard line, 3rd down. Long field to go for the Cardinals.
I'm surprised they haven't taken a timeout yet, Brett. Just to recalibrate. 3rd and 7 from the 40.
Wonder if you try to send pressure here on Mickelcavage. Boy, he's got all
Too
day
much
long
time.
again. And, intercepted! He was tipped, and it's intercepted. That's number 15, Connor Stuckel, the junior linebacker. That might have been the play that ices the victory and a share of the conference championship, at least for the Rockets.
Wow, 2 big plays, Brett, in this fourth quarter by that Neenah defense.
Ball was tipped, and there was Stuckel with the pick.
So Stuckel with the interception, Brett, and then on the drive before, it was Owen Fox.
Boy, the defense, both defenses having their issues in the second half, but the Rockets coming up, like you said, back-to-back interceptions.
And, Brett, that was big because look at the play difference. I'm showing Brett my play sheet here. Look at all the Fondy plays,
Yeah.
and look at the Neenah plays. It's about 5-1 in terms of plays run in this fourth quarter.
Now Van Beek, job number 1 for him. I was going to say maybe take it easy, and whoa, fumble! Fumble! Who's going to get it? I think Fondy has it! Oh, my goodness! Didn't see who knocked it out. 47.3 seconds to go, and now Fondy's offense back on the field.
Alex Critchley recovered the ball.
Whoa! Didn't see who. I think they announced Alex. Was it Critchley? Yeah, number 35, Alex Critchley, the sophomore linebacker. It's not over yet.
No.
Goodness gracious, 2 timeouts for the Cardinals. Of course, a long field at the 22.
But, Brett, they just need a field goal, remember?
Yeah. Nickel Cabbage flushed out yet again. Throws and got his guy. Caden Umentum stops the clock as he gets out of bounds. 39.8 seconds to go. Wondering, though, I thought maybe with Van Beek, maybe instead of kind of getting out in open space, maybe almost just kind of taking, I know there's 2 timeouts to use for Fond du Lac, but that's just a good defensive play.
1st and 10 at the 35 is Mikkelkevich.
Boy, he's looking. Nothing downfield, and he's going to have to run out of bounds. Finally wrestled out at 30 seconds even. Good defense by the Rockets.
Brett, he had the ball for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So, your defensive backs, that's a lot of work to put in there. So 6-yard gain for Mikkelkevich. 30 seconds flat, Brett, left in the fourth.
Now remember, Emilio Martinez, a sophomore place kicker. Wonder what his range is.
If I'm Fond du Lac, I'm looking at or from Neenah, where's number 1?
Again, whoa, and it's out of bounds. Henschel can't corral that one, and I don't know if that would have really mattered much anyway.
Well, it's a
third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 situation, Brett, at the 41. I have Mikkelkevich, nice night for him, 14 of 23, 258 yards. He does have the 2 interceptions. Well, boy, he's made big play after big play. Let's see if he goes back to Johnson here.
Well, they really need a defense that's doing a good job of focusing because he hasn't been targeted too much here.
Is Johnson on the field? I'm looking for him. Oh, he's tying his shoe, I believe.
That's him over there.
Look at Rosie, man. Johnny on the spot.
Where's your binoculars?
I forgot him again.
You've used them like once or twice.
3rd and 4 at the 41. Brett, big play here. Wonder if they run that slant again.
Yeah, a lot of focus on number 1. You can see this the way the defense is shaded. Again, Mikkelkevich on the run. He might just have to tuck it in. He's got the first down. Racing out of bounds. 14.9 seconds to play. Ball at the Neenah 48. With 2 timeouts, really an open playbook if you're trying to get it in a field goal range. Again, I don't know what the range is for Martinez.
So Fond du Lac with 2 timeouts, Brett, 14.9 seconds left. You have every part of the field is open for you, even in the middle of the field. You can call that timeout.
Mikkelkevich again. Watch out. A lot of time.
Out of bounds. Oh, can he do that?
I don't know. That's You can see Steve Young saying, hey, come
Was
on.
he out of the box? I'm not sure if the NFL rules apply.
Yeah, I don't know how that works in high school. The Neenah fans wanting a grounding call. Let's see. The officials are talking it. That one official, is he reaching for his flag? Nope. 9.2 seconds to go. And now talking to the headman there, the referee. Looked like he wanted to grab that flag, didn't it? Oh, now the flag is down, so they're going to call it grounding. That's a huge call, Ricardo. So it's a 5-yard penalty and loss of down. Second down, and with 9.2 seconds to go.
So it's from the spot. So it's from the 43. So now they got to walk it back to the 38. Is that, I believe. So they lost essentially.
Ball's at the, where are they going to mark this?
At the 38, I think.
So that's where they're saying, at the spot of where he, Yep. 38-yard line, you're right on, Ricardo. So, boy, oh boy.
That's a loss of 14 yards.
What do you do here?
2nd and 24, BC.
Yeah, but 9.2 seconds to go.
You're just hoping for a miracle. If I'm I'm just throw it up to Johnson.
Yeah, I would look for him, try to make a play, and see if you can get a timeout in time.
He's in motion right here, but they're running a little razzle-dazzle, Brett.
Watch out. Fondy, there he goes downfield, and almost 1.6 to go.
Oh, man.
That's some crazy stuff going on the field right now. I tell you what, who's that intended for?
0, I want to say.
Davis?
Yeah.
If he's able to somehow come down with that.
They would have had time to call a timeout.
Timeout and get your field goal unit on and see if Martinez can knock it through. But instead now, Fond du Lac will burn a second time out.
Well, now, Brett, what do you do if you're Neenah? You just put everybody back.
Yeah, but you got to have some sort of a trick play. A little bit of the lateral game going on right now for the Cardinals.
I have 22 plays for Fond du Lac in this quarter, Brett, compared to 6 plays for Neenah. So this defense of Neenah, Brett, just giving up big play after big play. They're coming through here. Final minutes of the 4th quarter. They have one more play they got to make, and then the Rockets can get out of here with the victory.
Well, this has been how it's been for the Rockets these last 4 weeks. All close games, but Neenah on the verge of pulling one out again, and Fondy another close, tough loss. So here you go.
So if you're the Rockets, what you want to not have, Brett, is a defensive penalty, a pass interference or something like that, a late hit, as we have now.
Yeah, Neenah wanted to see how Fond du Lac was set up, but they weren't playing back, Ricardo.
They were right up there,
regular
weren't they?
Defensive formation. Oh, what a game. What a game. Hopefully this is a precursor to some of the great action we're going to see in the playoffs.
Brett, final. Appleton East 13, Appleton North 7.
Wow.
Bayport up 45-28 over West De Pere. That's in the 4th.
So Appleton East takes down Appleton North. We're going to see the Lightning next week against the Papermakers in Week 9.
Kimberly 8-0 over Kaukauna. There's only a minute left in that one. Kimberly has the ball, Brett.
So that eliminates the Lightning from a possible share of the championship, where Kimberly, if the Papermakers can hold on, determining whatever happens next week. You presume Neenah's going to be a big favorite going into Hortonville, but still.
That's a big win for Coach Jarius James. That's something you can build on.
No doubt. Congratulations to the Patriots.
Right.
Let's see what the Cardinals have in this final play. Here we go. Little trickery. Watch out. Mikulkavich to Davis. And finally brought down, and that's ball game. Was that number 32 with the tackle, Owen Fox? That's how this game ends. 31-29 as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. What a game.
You're not kidding, Brett.
I know you got to get down to the field, but I also know you have some thoughts on a wild and crazy game. 5 touchdowns in the third quarter, just the 1 field goal in the fourth quarter. How about giving up to number 17, Harry Gurdon, for that 34-yard field goal to ultimately decide this game early in the fourth quarter. But 2 big picks. Fox and Stuckel was it who came down with it back-to-back. Those were the backbreakers for Fond du Lac tonight.
And I think what you also have to say, Brett, is the Neenah defense, they took away Johnson here in the fourth quarter. He was not a factor after really making big play after big play for most of the first 3 quarters. Let's first talk about Fond du Lac. Man, I was saying earlier, Brett, if they lose this game in this fashion, which they did, that is so tough. They are right there, to me, talent-wise, with the elite teams in the Fox Valley Association. It shows you how little separates some of these top teams, Brett. It comes down to mistakes, comes down to penalties, that kind of stuff. But, oh, boy, they're a team no one's going to want to play because I still think they're going to make the playoffs here after next week. As for Neenah, Brett, how much more can you put on the resume for them? They played close game after close game, started with that win over Muskego, right? Their only loss was to Arrowhead by a couple points. They're one of the top teams in the state. And then they play a couple tough games, close games at Fox Valley Association. They have the resume that you want heading into the postseason because you're playing in a lot of close games. You know how to win those close games, and that's what's going to happen in the postseason.
That's pretty impressive. They can take down Hortonville next week to go through the FEA undefeated, and you're going against Appleton North. Of course, the Lightning losing to the Patriots tonight, Appleton East, but Kimberly and Appleton North and Kaukauna and Fond du Lac, that's a gauntlet, and Muskego on top of that, and like you said, almost taking down Arrowhead. So heck of a win again. Another close victory for the Rockets, but good teams win these close games, right? Fond du Lac's a good team, though. That is a really good team. I'm impressed.
No
with
one's going to want to play
them.
them. I'm telling you right now. And remember, Fond du Lac a lot of times plays in like the southern quadrant. So they're going to play someone from Madison. Maybe they play a Wanakee, or one of those teams out there, Middleton, or someone that's a 7th or 8th seed. No one's going to want to play that team. No. They are not a 7th or 8th seed, but that's unfortunate what probably for them if they do make the playoffs. Yeah,
that's a dangerous team with a bunch of playmakers. So another fun game. That's Week 8 in the books. I know, Ricardo, you got to get down, and you'll have stuff in the online.
And it will be updated tomorrow morning with comments from the coach and all that kind of stuff. So please check it out.
Sounds good.
I'm sure we're going to have something on that East-North game as well, with East upsetting Appleton North.
And I'm thinking the video will probably be the 2 interceptions.
Okay. Don't forget, Brett always comes through with that.
With the big defensive plays in that fourth quarter to stymie a red-hot Cardinals offense. So thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you, guys.
We will see. We won't see you next week, but we'll see you for
the first playoff game. Sure.
Level 1.
Yes. No.
Yes.
First round, opening round game.
So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Ricardo's going to cover that Winneconne Seymour game, and we'll
Thank
be
you, gentlemen.
Appleton North Kimberly. Yep. Well, let me run down the scoring. Neenah gets on the board first. A pair of touchdown runs, one in the first quarter by Ashton Van Beek, 36 yards, and the other in the second quarter, a 1-yard run by Van Beek, 14-0 Rockets with the lead. Then a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Eli Mickelcavich of Fond du Lac midway through the second quarter. 2-point conversion run was good by Caden Umentum, and that's how it was at half, 14-8, and then it was a crazy third quarter back and forth. Fond du Lac, a 49-yard touchdown run by Mason Henschel. That was a 2-play, 58-yard drive to open the quarter, 15-14 Fondy. Neenah responds with a 31-yard touchdown run by Ashton Van Beek with 8:38 to play, made it 21-15. Then it was Mickelcavich, a 2-yard run for Fond du Lac with 4:02 to go, made it 22-21 Fondy. And then a 67-yard pass play from Van Beek to number 4, Cooper Seek, with 3:03 to go in the third quarter, made it 28-22. And then finally, one final touchdown of the quarter with 1:01 to go, a 33-yard pass from Mickelcavich to Adrian Johnson. Kick was good, and the Cardinals led 29-28 after 3. The only scoring in the fourth quarter was a big one, though, a 34-yard field goal for the Rockets by junior kicker Harry Gurdon. That was right away in the fourth quarter, 11:56 to play. And as it turned out, the Rockets able to prevail 31-29. Back-to-back picks by Owen Fox and then Connor Stuckel late in that fourth quarter. Those were the plays to clinch the victory, and now that gives the Rockets no worse than a share of the Fox Valley Association Championship. Third time in 4 years the Rockets have either won or shared the FVA title. Rockets with a chance to win it outright next week in the regular season finale. With the win, the sixth-ranked Rockets improved to 7-1 on the season overall, 6-0 in the Fox Valley Association. Now, Neenah back at it next Friday at Hortonville. That's an FVA regular season finale. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Fondy drops to 4-4 on the season overall, 2-4 in FVA play. And the Cardinals are home against Oshkosh West next Friday. That is also a Fox Valley Association regular season finale. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Again, as for us, as I mentioned, it's the annual grudge match. We do this game every year as Appleton North takes on Kimberly in a regular season finale. Live coverage from Paul Engen Field at Appleton North High School will kick off at 6:45 p.m. Remember, Appleton North losing tonight 13-7 to Appleton East. Last check, Kimberly was still up over Kaukauna 8-zip, so that should be a very interesting Week 9 game as we get ready for the playoffs. And you can always access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Switch to Cellcom, and they'll buy out your current contract, and you get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store or cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. So for Rosie, for Ricardo, for Mike Sherry, Dan Cohn, Jim Oscola, the entire USA Today Network Wisconsin crew, this is Brett Christopherson signing off from Rocket Stadium here at Neenah High School. Once again, the final score tonight as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. It was a barn burner. It was a thriller. It was a classic. The Rockets hold on. They win it 31